That's all good. These are my patrons. Normally during my YouTube videos, I give the full readown of them, but for D&D, it's more so chill. But you'll be able to see them either between ad breaks or before or after the video. Anyway, I'm gonna say a quick hello as I set up my own stream. I forgot to set up the D&D window. Roll 20, where are you? Yep, there it is. That's very tiny. Oh boy. Oh, I know why. I am... Shoot. I might be really dumb. Don't worry, I'm having a big stupid right now. I'm doing a very big dumb. And I usually like to leave a little bar there. Sorry if you hear people outside. Families be, doing stuff with their kids and whatnot. It's a Sunday afternoon. Gotta spend the time with the fam. All right, now that that's all set up, I'm gonna say my introduction and we should get ready. Just telling them I'm about to stream, so transition. Transition. There we go. Hey everybody, I'm Dirk the Red Panda, and as usual, this is D&D for the Elf time. If you don't get that, that is a German pun, somewhat. Anyway, I'm going to hop back into the Discord chat and keep going. I don't want to keep them waiting too much longer.
Beautiful dark blue swirls, really nice. But the ones I'm going to be using the most are my copper die-cast dice. So these are solid copper brushed, and they roll with authority, and I love it. So
Nice.
just to give you an example of see if you hear these.
Lightly.
It hits with
Lightly.
We hear a thud, but it was like a light
that's
thud.
yeah, compared to with a plastic one.
Yeah, that I can hear.
There's definite difference between the two.
It rolls with such authority, and I love it.
Wait, so if they're made of copper, are they weighted?
No, actually, they're very well balanced. I've been using these for about a year or two, and honestly, I've gotten so many bad rolls and good rolls with these that I wish they were more consistent.
Were you trying to suggest Dana was using loaded dice?
I don't know. Sometimes you buy stuff and you're like, why do I keep rolling that 20s? I must be a god or something. And then
Why do I now want to see, like, you mentioned the one made of copper. Why do I now want to see a tungsten D20?
Oh my god,
Oh
yes.
no.
Right now, I want to watch Road to El Dorado. Now that I just made that reference.
We need I need to get
Oh my god, Dana, it exists.
I want
It's $100 from Norse Foundry.
Jeez.
thank you,
That's a
Norse
lot.
Foundry, for enlightening us and for giving us the benefit of these spectacular dice that I will
tempted?
now I mean, my stimmy's coming in too.
$100.
My stimmy's coming in. I
$100.
need to buy some new dice.
Oh shit, they have a D20 in Damascus steel too.
Ooh,
okay,
That
I'll
one's
take one.
85. I'm just looking at dice now.
Be careful.
Not a
Be
bad
careful,
halftime.
Dove.
All right, let us dispense with pretense and commence.
Yes.
Yes.
Hey.
Hell yeah.
Oh no. Oh, it's
And
way
of
too
course, music is sponsored by Adrian Von Ziegler.
Yep, I'm gonna play mine in a bit. There we
big.
go.
Awesome man
Hold
with
on a
awesome
second.
talent.
I gotta find. Dana, could you speak for a moment?
Yes, please. I can do that. This is me talking right now.
That's way too big. Sorry, I tried to set up the Discord thing,
Oh, I
and
wouldn't have
then
to-
Oh.
well, the issue is Dana is like the entire fucking height of my stream window, and it's also not showing the like not active image, so I'm gonna have to fix that later. I'm just gonna hide
Oh.
it for now.
Uh-oh.
It's like
Sorry,
just
Dana.
everybody minding their own business, and all of a sudden I pop in. Are you not entertained?
Exactly.
What are you doing? Throwing my plans?
Oh god.
What are you doing? What? Throwing my plans?
Raloon,
No,
hello.
I'll kill.
Okay.
Is
All
that
right.
Yes. We may begin.
So, when last we left our heroes, Arthurax, the Spiderfolk Rogue, Jessica, the Wolffolk Sorcerer, Eldrath, the Shifter Warlock Bard, Zir, the Tabaxi Monk, and Olia, the Hyena Folk Paladin, the party had been on the trail known as the Tradeway, a main thoroughfare for merchants. Passing through the cities of Burdusk and Scornabel, our heroes made their way to El Turel, where they met Ontharr Froom, a leader of the Order of the Gauntlet, an old friend to Olia. We now join our heroes as they meet with Ontharr and their old acquaintance, half-elf monk Leosin Erlanthar, to discuss the cult of the dragon and all that they've learned. So, setting the scene, you have been ushered into a private drinking room with Ontharr, who sitting behind a desk with several pitchers of red wine, several rolled out maps, several, loose papers, an inkwell with a quill. Leosin is leaning up against the wall and just kind of observing at the moment. And Ontharr ushers you all in and asks you to take seats around the table.
The seats shall be taken.
Arthurax stays standing.
I'll take a seat.
Please help yourself to some wine.
Oh,
We have much to discuss.
you're too nice.
I respectfully decline. I think after that game, my stomach is gonna need some break.
Well, admittedly, we had to test your mettle, so to speak. I learn a lot from people when I observe them in their times of recreation. The true nature of people comes through when they're not expecting to be observed. And from what I've seen, you all seem to be trustworthy and jovial, but also respectful and understanding of, well, what Leosin has told me. You have the ability to fight, and these are things that we need. At this point, we know what this cult of the dragon say that they intend to do. Whether it is possible or not is another matter. Thanks to you, we know twice as much today as we did a 10-day ago. Something rotten is afoot. This sect of the cult is making very big moves, attacking all these different villages and stealing their valuables. The sad part is we have no formal organization to oppose these, shall we say, rascals. Not yet, anyway. We are working on that. But we need people like you, who know how and when to fight and how and when to keep their heads down and observe. I can't really promise you anything except long days filled with danger and stress, but what could be better than that?
At this point, I'd say it's nothing we're not used to.
Indeed, you have shown yourselves to be quite capable. While I may disagree with your handling of the dragon eggs, as he slides a look over to Leosin. Yeah, I've sent an associate of the Emerald Enclave, the caves outside of Greenest, to ensure that they are allowed to hatch in peace, and that they won't bother Greenest, and vice versa. My friend Jasmine will report to the Harpers and the Order of the Gauntlet if there are any developments.
As long as they're able to hatch and exist without being used, then I don't see any issue.
As Onthar just kind of waves his hand dismissively at that. Bah, monsters that they be should just be killed and done with it, but seems that the decision was made without my input. All the same, it has brought you here, and quite frankly, I believe that we are dealing with something more than what has been shown to us. Previously, this cult of the dragon that Leosin has investigated was mostly just involved with summoning, I believe they were called Draco Leosin? Yes, that would be correct. Awful things. Skeletons of great dragons risen from the dead. Quite horrifying if you ask me, but not something we can't handle. But this is different. This emphasis on living dragons, and especially on Tiamat, is a cause for great concern. As I'm sure you've noticed, I represent a group. We are warriors and fighters, people of faith and people of means. We seek only to fight against the threats of evil, and we believe that our faith and our vigilance will allow us to triumph over any evil that would threaten the good people of this land. Leosin kind of waves his hand at that. Brutes who wish to start fights and cause mischief, if you ask me. He looks at the thought of you. My colleagues are like-minded individuals who believe that sometimes justice and the fight for equality must be carried out in secret. We work to help the common man and to keep power out of the hands of those who would seek to abuse it. Though the Harpers are an organization of sorts, we do operate independently and come together to share notes and resources when it is needed. I myself am a spy for the network.
Not a very good one, it seems.
Young man, you'll know that I have found many things that you didn't.
Like me.
Indeed, like you.
Wait, so you're a spy the whole time?
No.
Spy is... I wasn't spying against you, understand. It's not my job to look after you.
Oh, it's just news to me. Scratches his head.
The thing is that the things that have been happening in the background have been troublesome. And as he slides a look over to Onthar, the Gauntlet has not been too keen on looking into these matters. Well, if you brought more than just suspicions to my desk, perhaps I might have considered it. Beside the point. What we know now is very disturbing. I don't know if they can summon Tiamat, but they seem to believe it. And if those who believe that they can do something will still work to do it, that will cause problems for all of us.
Let's not forget they also have a hammer of Bahamut on it, too.
Very curious development indeed. I've not heard of needing a some kind of iconography in order to break this seal. But certainly I don't know everything about the occult, and certainly I don't know anything about Tiamat that can be explained easily. She is a most curious goddess.
If they're trying, then they have to know a way. They wouldn't have formed if they didn't have an idea.
With that, I agree. I do believe that more information is needed. We don't know much beyond the ones that we have encountered. You've handled Cyanrath quite well. The other that we hoped to have captured was Frula Mondoth, but seems that she escaped. We tried to track her down, but to no avail. And then there's this last one, the black-scaled half-dragon. We know very little of this one. But we do know that they are heading to Castle Neritar, which is further north. Now, my network of agents has informed me that there have been sightings. It seems that they were heading up the coast through Candle Keep to Baldur's Gate. Now, that was some time ago while you were still recuperating from your, well, adventure in the cave. So we've lost some days, unfortunately. But to that end, Onthar actually had a pretty good idea.
Yes, well, I know a few people who might have space on their ships and head up the Keonthar River. That would take you to Baldur's Gate, and you could be there in 2-3 days. That should put you around the same time as the cult getting there. And after that, well, here's where the danger starts, and I suppose full disclosure is needed. We would ask that you infiltrate the caravan that they wish to travel in. The more you can find out about them, especially where they are taking these treasures and what they intend to do with them, as well as who is perhaps their leader, or what plans they have made in this endeavor. The more information we can get, the better that we will be able to counter it.
Sounds like my kind of work.
I understand it's quite dangerous, but you seem the type to revel in danger.
It comes at me either way, so I have to be good at this point.
Honestly, as my oath, it is a job to protect justice. Why not keep preserving it?
Yes, and to that end, Olia, I have something I wish to give to you if you will accept.
Oh, what is it?
And he reaches back behind his table and pulls out a nicely wrapped cloth package and hands it to you.
Oh, that's really nice of you. If you want me to wait to open it, I'll respect your honors.
No, please, please.
Sweet. Just proceeds to rip it open. Or, well, it's cloth. Can't
Inside, well, as you unwrap it, inside is a cloak. And on the back of that cloak is an emblem for the Order of the Gauntlet.
Aw.
Olia, I've known you for some time now, and I know that you are a fearsome fighter, but also one of pure heart, who wishes only to help. It would be an honor if you will join the Order of the Gauntlet.
Wow. I can't believe this is happening. But it is my duty to protect. And so I will. Thank you so much, Alto.
It makes me so glad to hear you say that. I have been waiting for a chance to make this offer, and now seems as good a time as any. It doesn't come with much at the moment. I unfortunately cannot authorize pay, but wherever you may be, if the Order of the Gauntlet is there, you will have allies.
Mm-hmm.
You
People
need
say I'm
only
a
ask.
Oh. People say I am a friendly guy. Might as well make more.
The rest of you, while I appreciate your hard work, I do not believe that you align perfectly with the beliefs of our order, but that being said, I still wish to aid you in this endeavor, if you will accept.
Of course.
I've been taught to take as much aid if I ever need it, so I do appreciate your alliance.
Excellent, excellent. Now, I have set up a arrangement for you to travel on the river with a old friend of mine. You shall leave tomorrow in the afternoon, if that is amenable.
I have no objections.
There is one other thing that I wish to provide to you. As he stands up and walking over to one of the side walls, he grabs a panel and slides it to the side, revealing a sliding door that reveals an armory filled with weapons and armor.
Oh.
Oh boy.
I would see to it that I would arm you for this venture. Anything you see and hear is yours to take.
Okay.
Might as well. What's in there?
He
Pretty much
was just rubbing his hands together.
any weapon,
no.
any type of simple or martial weapon that you can think of in there, as well as any type of light, medium, and some heavy armor. There's not very expensive heavy armor, but there is cheaper heavy armor in there.
Okay.
And there are some shields as well. So you would find for heavy armor wise with ring mail, chain mail, some splint mail, but no plate, unfortunately.
Bummer.
There is also plenty of armor, ammunition for both crossbows and slings and bows, whatever you would need. And Zero, you do know that there are plenty of darts as well for throwing.
Excellent.
All right. I'm definitely gonna need a bunch of crossbows, not a bunch of crossbows, but wait.
I could just see Olia walking out, just like arms full of crossbows.
Yes, I need crossbows, please.
I need all the crossbows you have. You know you can just reload one, right?
What kind
What?
of bows do
But-
we have? Like normal bows?
I mean, they're so nice though. I need them for my...
Short bows would be the standard bows. Long bows would require. There's a martial ranged weapon, so it would require proficiency.
Mm-hmm.
But however, Zir,
Mhm.
as the others are rushing in, looking at everything and trying everything out, Leeson grabs your arm and kind of tugs you back a little bit. A moment, if you would.
Of course.
And he pulls you to the side to speak with you quietly on this, in private.
Mm-hmm.
While... Oh, go ahead.
Eldrath won't fully go into the room, but he will try to listen in.
Leeson whispers into your ear. I would wish for you to keep that badge that I offered you. If you would accept, of course.
Oh, he's referencing the harp brooch, I'm guessing?
This is a symbol of the Harpers, and would signify that as you as a member. You have all of the qualities that we seek. You understand the subtlety that is needed, the gentle touch that is sometimes required, and that sometimes you can't really do justice if it's in broad daylight.
Zir will whisper back, I guess I really am a spy.
You don't have to be a spy. Just, you have to be willing to put yourself forward and do the actions that are necessary in order to secure this entire continent. That's what we're fighting for anymore. Everybody.
It's strange how
Sorry.
I feel like I've just gotten here and now I'm already fighting for the sake of it.
Well, I think there's a obvious nature here that sometimes you need people who are willing to do what is necessary and people who are willing to stand up against anything that would come at them. In this, I think the Order and the Harpers can agree. While I don't really appreciate how brash the Order of the Gauntlet can be, in this case they're doing well, because they understand the gravity of the situation. The Lord's Alliance is not willing to budge on this. They think it is some kind of fantasy that we have concocted, that we have some kind of, I don't know, misunderstanding of what's going on.
Do you think they could have been bribed or involved in this?
I doubt it, but the Lord's Alliance is... They seek to serve the status quo, shall we say. Big changes are not something they're comfortable with. So, going after these cultists is a grave change in their normal operating procedure. So therefore, they are unwilling. Until it becomes too late. Hopefully we can stem the tide before it becomes too late.
Is there any other things that we have on our side other than the gauntlet, us, and the hesitation of these lords?
For now, this is what we have. Whether it's enough or not, time will tell. We still have allies here and there, people who are willing to help, and we have the Emerald Enclave is willing to, when push comes to shove, they'll show up. But they will not move until there is a grave threat to the natural order. And quite frankly, I don't think that they see the resurrection of Tiamat as a affront to the natural order for some reason.
Oh, when you hear rumors of a cult trying to summon Tiamat, your first reaction is probably, that's funny. But still, the fact that this is continued and they're not picking up on it or doing anything about it worries me.
I don't know if they really can, but like I said, they believe that they can, which makes them dangerous. All the same, I have Jasmine is helping mind the dragons that are hatching, and we'll keep them out of the control of the cultists at the least, and we'll hopefully keep the people of Greenest from acting on their worst natures.
Sure, Greenest won't have too much to worry. I don't think they really even know of the eggs' existence too much.
Let us hope that it stays that way.
It's the only option. Well, these... So they will be nearby. They're not going to be transferred to hatch elsewhere.
Correct.
Okay.
Whether they'll be transferred after the fact, I don't know.
As long as they're kept from contact, I think things will be fine. Hell, maybe the Traveler will find them.
We'll see where that goes. But thank you. It means the world to me that you would join my organization. I'm very proud of you, Zir.
Thank you. It is the least I can do after getting wrapped up into all of this.
Word of advice, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't wear the brooch in public.
Oh,
There
I
are
understand
some.
that.
There are some who do not appreciate our more subtle touch.
Zero will take a glance at Anthar and then look back. I understand.
Thank you. Let's rejoin your friends. I'm sure you have need of some new items as well.
I mean, I'm okay with what I have. I mean, my companions probably need it more than I, but you know, I could see if I could find a cleaner staff or refill up on any sort of thing that I may need. Also, if there's ninja stars, that'd be fun.
I'm sure we could find you something.
Oh dear.
Oh, Zir.
All right.
Oh god, he's making puns out of his name.
Oh no.
No.
But yes, so Anthar is offering you any kind of armaments that you would desire to take. If you would like new armor as well, this is all non-magical armor and non-magical equipment. However, it is of highest quality. So if you wanted to get new armor or any new weapons, now would be the time.
Only thing I can think of for me is new armor and arrows.
Okay.
God damn. I was thinking the same thing.
You know,
Well,
I do actually have sling and dart proficiency, so I might as well grab them.
all right.
I also
Remember,
have
you
a.
can pull those off of the compendium side. Go ahead, Oya.
Oh my
Oh,
god,
I-
that was loud.
Am I too loud?
I was... No, that was my ad timer going off.
Oh, shit. I was
Not
like,
expecting it to be that loud. I'm gonna turn down my system slider there.
oh.
So what do
Good
I need
idea.
to type in from the compendium?
For the items that you want to take, and then you can drag and drop them into your sheet.
So just
Oh,
light
that's
armor then?
convenient.
Well,
where
you're
is
going to
it?
be looking for specific light armor is what you're going to need. So light armor would be things along the lines of like padded armor, hide armor, leather, or excuse me, not hide, leather and studded leather would be light armor. Studded leather is the best light armor you can get.
But, like I was
What's the total
saying,
number of sling... Oh. See here.
I just wanted to say that since I have martial weapons proficiency, I would definitely like to add on a long crossbow. Of course, a bunch more arrows, please.
A heavy crossbow, you mean?
I already have a heavy crossbow. Oh, is there?
Oh, okay.
Is the only other option short?
No, the for crossbows is specifically a light crossbow, hand crossbow, or a heavy crossbow, and for bows is short bow or long bow.
Okay, so
So those are the actual bows and arrows, the kind that you pull back manually, versus the heavy crossbow, which has the table that you set and pull back.
yeah, I probably want a light crossbow on hand, just in case I want to lighten things up.
All right, you can grab that if you like. Yep.
Cool.
Armor wise as well. If there is if you're looking for heavy armor, the heaviest they have is splint armor,
Okay.
which would set your AC to 17.
Okay.
Now that
Yeah.
does give you disadvantage on stealth checks, of course, but
Alright, if the studded leather armor, does that do anything against me?
studded leather is 12 plus your dex modifier for your AC.
12 plus dex,
No
so
disadvantage.
15. Okay.
No disadvantage to your stealth checks or anything.
Alright.
Do you have to have armor proficiency for that?
If you do not have proficiency in armor, you take disadvantage on any ability check, saving throw, or attack roll that involves strength or dexterity, and you cannot cast spells.
Oh well, okay. I'm good. I'm good with my flowy little dress.
No.
Are you not
And
proficient with any
cloak
armor?
of billowing.
No, I'm not.
That's why you have mage armor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep, so
Yeah.
with just the armor and the arrows, I'm good.
Alright.
What is the maximum number of like sling bullets and darts one could carry?
It's really just amount to your the amount of your max carry weight, essentially.
Okay.
As far as like a good number to carry is for like arrows is usually like at least 20.
Right. You got 20 crossbow bolts.
Yeah. So like sling bullets, maybe a pouch full of like 20 of them is fine. 50 if you
Okay.
really wanted to. Also, you do have the ability to just kind of reach down and grab rocks and use those.
Right.
That sounds nice.
It's what I would have to do sometimes, if
Mhm.
I feel like it.
Yep. Shoot. How many arrows
I
can
know
I
reading
get?
As many as you like.
Sweet. Just starts shoveling them in to his backpack.
Are there any ninja stars or kunai?
There are some darts available. They do fall under that classification.
Okay, I believe I have 10 right now, so I'll probably just take like another 30 or so.
Okay.
He hasn't really used them anyway.
Oh, no, that's not it. I feel dumb. I feel like I've looked for this before and I either found it or forgot. Where do you find your like maximum carry weight?
It's not listed. It's a formula.
Oh, okay.
So hold on, I will pull it up.
I remember it being on the D&D version of the character, or sorry, the tabletop simulator version of the character sheets. I remember it being a part of that. You could fill that in.
Let's see.
Suppose I could probably look it up in the compendium. Maybe.
Yes, I'm looking it up as we speak as well.
Sorry.
Goodness.
Okay. Carrying capacity is strength score multiplied by 15.
There you go.
So it's okay. So it's like 150. Okay.
Yeah, score, not modifier.
Wait,
The score itself, not the modifier.
I get those two mixed up so bad. Okay.
The score is the bigger number.
Right.
All right. Anybody have any questions about any other equipment?
I'm pretty good.
No, sir.
Eldrath wouldn't really have any need for any other weapons. He's fine with the daggers that he carries and the spells that he can use and the armor that he has. And he's not going to go and just throw that to the side after he had it. It's part of him, you know. It's gone through a lot. He would ask, if you have any history or lore in a written form. I'd like that.
I suppose you'd have to be more specific. What kind of lore or history of what would you be looking for?
Well, I'm sure your, what would you call it, clan? Has some sort of record of beasts that you have come across, camps of roaming bandits or such. You are putting us out on the roads, well, to the river, then the roads, but still.
I mean, as far as what you'd run into would be your normal bandits and what have you. You seem capable against those. Beast-wise, I suppose we could provide a guide of sorts, but I can't say exactly what is historically there and what to expect. Unfortunately, these things change over time.
And I am curious more about your clan and your role in this. If there's a history of that, I'd definitely like to take a look.
Roll persuasion.
Yeah.
Nice.
Not bad.
Onthar kind of hems and haws, moves his head back and forth before. Well, I suppose it wouldn't hurt for you to know who you're working with. Yes, I can provide a short history of the Order of the Gauntlet. I myself am not a leader, so to speak. I am just one of many who lead this area and make sure that everybody stays out of trouble. Doesn't drink too much and cause any ruckuses.
You do not have any scholars with you?
We are not what you would call a scholarly group. But we do have our share of bards who have written down the history of the Order.
Is there one in town?
Well, there's certainly some of the bards out in the tavern having their fill of drinks and, well, perhaps some of the ladies and the gents out there as well.
Well, if you can introduce me.
Why speak to them when I can just get you one of their books? We have one who has written down many of the tales. He likes to consolidate them.
Oh.
He keeps trying to sell them to us, but we already know the history, so
And I'll happily pay if need be.
No worries. I will see that you get one before you leave tomorrow.
Well, if that is all. Eldrath kind of turns and starts walking out the room.
After finishing his little shopping, Arthrax goes over to Lisa and whispers to him, "May I have a word with you?"
If you wish.
Leads
As
him over
he
to-
walks with you.
leads him over to where the others can't really hear them. You mentioned you were a spy. Should I have any questions on who you work for?
I work for the Harpers.
Do I know
We're not
them?
exactly what you call a organization. We're a little bit looser than that. We have a certain independence to us. We come together in times of need. We share notes. We share resources. But I have my autonomy. As far as if you've heard of them, you can roll history.
Why don't you guess?
There has been whispers of a clandestine group that works in the shadows. You have heard of several types of secret societies and organizations and such, but the Harpers have not been one that came across your desk.
He thinks for a moment, just goes, all right. Doesn't sound like, then I guess you're not one of the few that I've heard rumors about.
Well, if you had, then we haven't been doing a great job, have we?
That'd be true, but at the same time, those who walk in the shadows tend to either work well together or not. It all depends on your reputation, I guess you could say.
Of course. And of course, you may have worked with many of us and simply not known it. We don't always reveal ourselves. This time is different. It's important for you to know who you're working with. There's not a lot of trust going around right now, and hiding things from you will be detrimental.
Understandable. I do apologize for my concern.
Concern is okay. In fact, concern is very good. Because being wary of what people tell you is part of what we are. We don't just help those who are oppressed or who seek justice. Sometimes we have to keep power out of the hands of those who would abuse it. Safe to say we've ruffled a few feathers in our time.
He gives a light chuckle and just goes, sound like just like my mentor. You and he may be good friends if ever given the chance of meet.
And he gives you a big smile and just kind of leans in a little bit to whisper, "What makes you think we haven't?"
Well, if you did, you would already know his name.
I know a lot of things, Arthurax Raylo.
And his smile drops a little bit. Right now is not the time to question that.
There will be times in the future. While Zir is definitely more of the type that we seek right now, in the future there could be a place for you, but quite frankly, no offense, but
I don't really trust you that much.
Who says you can trust a spider at first glance?
As long as you don't bite me when my back is turned.
No, that would be half ear.
Hmm.
I have more
That's a-
standards than that rat.
I'm sure you will find that there is plenty that you can do without my help. But understand that you do have some of my help.
I do appreciate it. And he heads back to the others.
Anybody else?
Well, I was gonna say, is it a good time to take a break?
Yeah, I was about to. That's what I was leading into.
Okay.
Yay,
Okay.
break.
I've been patiently waiting, guys. Good time.
Yep.
Just a few minutes.
Break it,
Yeah,
break it.
I need a few.
I'm good.
I'm gonna get ice cream.
I need to make
Ooh.
dinner.
Look at you being
I just had a key lime pie and the rest of my tea.
Well,
Now I want ice cream. All right,
Yeah,
guys, we'll
I'll-
be back in a few minutes. Don't go anywhere.
what he said.
I'm going to step away as well, just to refreshen my drink here, and I will be back.
I guess I'll just be adorable and just sit here and talk to people. I hope all the viewers and everybody else's chat is doing very well. Having a good Sunday, enjoying the game, the story. And for all those viewers out there, if you haven't already, go ahead and put in the chats a bunch of hearts for all our players here. Because spreading the love, especially during these times, is definitely important. And maybe the more hearts you give us, maybe the better our rolls are.
And I return.
Welcome back, Dana.
Thank you.
Missed out me shouting out to all of our viewers and multiple streams to send hearts, show love, and spread the love, especially these times.
It's definitely difficult. Things are a bit rough out there.
Oh yeah, they are. But they're slowly getting better.
We'll get there in the long run.
Most definitely.
Just
But-
take some time.
Yeah, plus hopefully the more hearts that are being thrown out, the better our rolls are going to be.
That's funny.
It'd be funny. Next thing you know, we're getting better rolls again.
It comes and goes. Sometimes you get a good streak, and sometimes you get a bad streak.
Yeah, true. I still feel like I should have won that arm wrestling.
You were close.
Fuck, I was very close.
Did better than Zir did.
Yeah, Zir. I mean, that was just the dice deciding for you. I'm sorry.
I mean, I didn't expect him to win anyway. When she pulled up, I was like, yeah, she is winning. Like,
Oh yeah, but at the same time, Zir, you managed to get lucky by actually getting someone around your arm.
She
mean,
she
depending.
was about the same like strength as you, also. So
Yeah. Yeah, Arthrax, he was fighting for that bear's attention.
Zir, it's always the ones who aren't looking for something that something comes to them.
yeah.
That's just how it happens, and it's a cliche, but Zir is a perfect representation of that cliche.
Hey, it's a working cliche, so I'm not
Yep.
complaining.
Okay.
Sometimes things
we are
work out
back.
that way.
I also assumed that she was gonna win anyway, because it's like, if someone pulls up to you and goes, "I want to arm wrestle you," I'd be like, this person's confident in their strength. Zir's mind goes, "I am not. I just know how to do a backflip." Okay.
That is true. You do know how to backflip.
So that would be
I do love the fact that she could just smell the catnip on you from like across
yeah,
the
it's
room.
like so
by
I got some good shit, and she's like, I loved that conversation because it went to, yeah, I can smell it off you, and he goes, "Wait a minute, were you only next to me because of that?" Immediately was like, "Wait, are you just using me?" She's like, "No."
I will be honest, for the past couple of episodes, I've been trying to figure out different ways to bring up the catnip
All right,
again.
I'm back,
and
everybody.
I might have an idea if we get to it for today episode. I might have an idea.
Yeah.
Don't worry, it's not
if it's
something
an
bad.
idea that involves Zir getting arrested, don't.
No! How dare you assume it would be something like that? What are you, the mother?
Goes to
You have gotten close a couple times now.
Hey, I did fine. We are fine. Shut up, Dana. I know you're gonna bring up the Here Lies Arthrax again.
Yep.
What?
I did everything well.
Wait, here lies Arthrax? What?
Last episode, while I kept saying that we are fine, Dana did the joke as, "Here lies Arthrax. We are fine."
His last words just on the tombstone.
God, it's true.
Yeah.
That's how it works out sometimes.
Yeah.
It's why my meme made complete sense out of this entire campaign.
To be fair, Zir doesn't cause trouble. It just is attracted to him. It just kind of
Eldrath is
appears.
innocent.
Eldrath is the opposite of innocent.
Arthrax is a mix, so yeah. We're pretty much the Harry Potter meme.
Oh, right. Is everybody ready?
I think
Get to
so.
it.
Mhm.
Yeah.
All right. All right. So as you gather up the equipment that you have decided to appropriate and suit up in the armor, and Anthar looks you all over, nodding approvingly. Says, "I would suggest when you arrive in Baldur's Gate, I understand that you had some interaction with the cult. Perhaps changing your appearance might be a wise thing to do, lest they recognize you immediately. I have a friend in the area by the name of Akin. He is a shopkeep. He deals a lot in equipage things, stuff for horses and bridles and harnesses for the wagons and such for various caravans. I'm certain that he could find some work for you that we could use as a cover. It would be wise for you to keep a low profile." As he looks over to Arthrax and Eldrath. "Best you can, perhaps.
He just raises an eyebrow.
Eldrath just waves his hand and it's a different person altogether.
Ah. You would be wise to note, Master Eldrath, that Dragonoids are not welcome in Baldur's Gate. Hiding your true face, as uncomfortable as it may be, may in fact be the wisest choice of action.
Oh, there is no uncomfort.
Well, I thank you for taking on this venture. I would like to offer you just a small gift of sorts, as he hands each of you a little pouch that has 50 gold.
Ooh. Hey, money, 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 money.
Oh, yay.
This should be enough to cover expenses that may occur on the trip. But I'm certain that you can find ways to make more.
What's that,
Okay.
Eldrath and Jessica?
I'm sorry, what?
Don't worry.
What is it you're implying?
Let's keep going.
We're going. Zir will take the money and look at Arthrax and say, "Oh, I guess now we have more money to pay for things. We can afford things. Afford them,
He goes, uh-huh.
not steal them. Stealing is bad."
Only if he gets caught. And Eldrath walks out of the room.
Here goes
Jessica
to look
puts a
at him
hand to her forehead
annoyingly.
and just rubs between her eyes.
Zir goes to look at him, but Eldreth left. She's kind of like, okay. Well, I should be getting
The
back
world
to
wasn't
my.
at stake.
Hmm.
If the world wasn't at stake, I would just go home.
Go back home to work at a company. Or
Arthrax
it
is just gonna
home?
leave the room and go back to talking to Bark.
Hmm. That actually begs the question, Jessica. Why were you out here all the way in Greenest?
Reasons?
Mm.
Zir's just gonna awkwardly stare blankly. And then he's gonna remember the brooch in his pocket that is literally a secret spy network and just go, fair. Well, I have a drunken cat waiting for me, so I'm gonna go and make sure she's not beating someone up.
Or looking for the next cat with a certain smell about him.
That is very fucked up.
Wow.
I
But-
didn't want to say anything, but I don't think anyone else could smell it, so, you know.
You smell it?
Sweetie, wolf nose.
Oh, that's right. I mean, does it smell okay?
It's fine. It
It-
fits you.
Did you just?
She laughs. She laughs, kind of ruffles his head and walks out.
Aw.
Anthar just kind of looks over to Leosin, giving him a look of like, this is the best you could find.
Wow.
Leosin just gives a shrug.
Listen, I can spin heads like tops. Anyways, I have to go check in on what was her name again? It was Hawk. That's right. Thank you. Yeah, it was check on Hawk. So we're gonna go do that.
Eldrath will be at the bar. Be back at the bar. Mug meal.
Mug of mead.
So, as you all filter out into the main room again, the festivities have died down after your conversation, and several people have already filtered out of the tavern. Resting with her head on her arms is Hawk, sleeping off a couple of the drinks that she had. And Bark is cleaning up the bar and gathering up mugs and cups and such, and filling out a couple of drinks here and there for those who need it.
Zir will go over to Hawk, leaned over asleep, and just kind of like tap her on the back and just be kind of quietly like in her ear, just like, "Hey, back."
She stirs in her sleep and just kind of stretches, arching her back in that cat way.
Ah, yes, the classic tabaxi hidden technique. Yoga stretches.
And she opens one eye and looks at you and, oh, hey. You kept me waiting.
Yeah, I had to deal with some business, but you got me for the rest of the night.
So Anthar is done with you then?
Yes, thankfully.
So I take it that you're free then.
As free as a bird.
Well, maybe not that free. As she intertwines her arm around yours. So, did you decide if you wanted to stay with me and my sister, maybe?
Oh.
Zir looks away for a second because he's blushing like fucking crazy that he has to admit it. And this goes, yeah, I think it would be nice if I could stay at your place. I mean, I have some. He like taps the pocket of catnip. I have some stuff that can help ease out the alcohol.
As she smiles and quietly stands up with you in tow and walks you out the door of the tavern.
Fade to black.
Zir was never seen
Fade
again.
to black.
I after
Which
like 10 seconds after they leave, Eldrath downs the mug of ale and walks out after them, but keeps his distance.
Again.
Why? No!
Roll,
Jessica, do something.
roll stealth. Roll stealth.
I am
he
rolling
still
perception
looks-
against
He
that.
still looks like another person. He still looks like just a random bar goer.
Okay, but they did see you transform into this
Yeah,
person.
they saw me, but yeah. What was it again? Stealth?
Stealth, please.
All right.
Oh my god.
Oh,
Even if I got a nat 20, I wouldn't win against that.
Wow, Zir.
God fucking damn it.
I can't win. I can't. I swear Eldrath is into me. Oh my fucking god. Alright, well, we'll see if I can match 20s. Fuck no.
You're a little distracted, obviously.
Obviously very distracted. I mean, to be fair, we're going back to her place. If he break-in enters, I will kill him.
So Eldrath, you follow along a few steps behind, observing as Zir, arm in arm with this other beautiful Tabaxi woman, as she starts leading him down the path to a series of row houses, before stopping and pointing at a door and letting him in, with following up with her.
What kind of building is it?
It's a row house, a little 2-story house.
Sure.
Zir will look for Eldrath, but he can't see him because he knows. I feel like he thinks he's like, even though he's having the time of his life, even though he's feeling the time of his life, he's like, someone's here to fuck it up. Someone's here. Something's gonna go wrong. Yeah, this is too good. Yeah. But he doesn't see you, so.
If there's just a quiet corner or a, I don't know, something kind of just off the path, but still near the house.
Sure.
Eldrath will use the Mask of Many Faces again to look kind of like a down on his luck beggar.
Oh,
Slumps down in the alleyway or something and just sits there.
All right.
Arthrax just finishes his meat and looks up at Bark. Need any help to get everything done faster, and maybe we can talk some more?
Roll persuasion. With advantage.
Sorry, I get advantage. Woo!
He kind of looks over and smiles and nods his head out to the tavern floor. Well, I got to collect all of these mugs and cups, so you want to help with that?
He smiles and gets up on his feet to start collecting mugs.
All right. Jessica,
Yes.
how would you like to spend the rest of your evening?
Oh, well, now that Zir's off on his own, seems that the original plan for sharing a room with him doesn't seem to be an issue. She will pat Arthrax on the shoulder and be like, here's your room key for the night, room, whatever it was she was given.
Mm-hmm.
You're gonna have to share with either Olia or Zir. I don't want, if Zir has to come home, I don't want him sleeping in the room with Eldrath. Okay?
He takes the king, nods. Yeah, I understand. Don't worry.
Actually, where is Eldrath?
He looks around and just has the face of, oh, crap.
All right. Well, tell you what, actually, I'm going to give you one key. I'm going to give Olia the other.
Awesome.
Zir knows which rooms we have because he was with me when I rented them. So.
I was not, actually.
Eldrath
Were you
was.
not?
No, it was Eldrath.
Hello.
Oh, I'm sorry. Okay.
I have the knowledge.
I know what you meant, though.
I have
Yeah.
the knowledge now.
Shit. Well, Zir has a room. Eldrath, I don't know where he went. I worry, but at this point, I am too tired to care anymore. You get a room. You get a room. I'm in the third room. I'm gonna go get some rest.
You sound so much like my mom right now.
You all have literally turned me into the mother of the group. Like, just by means of being the female, the token female.
And
Like,
this is the
thanks,
thanks I get
Mom.
for all of the hard work that I do. And
Listen, I have had a day. Just don't burn down the house. I'm
Working
going
my-
to my room.
working
Pretty
my
much.
fingers to the bone.
After pocketing the key and listening to the instructions, he uses one of his free hands to pat her on the back and go, just go and get some good rest. You deserve it after all the bullcrap we put you through.
Thank you. I appreciate that. And she will head back to her inn room.
And he continues working with Bark on the bar.
And as you help him clean up, he's able to close up early after pushing all of the other drunks out and forcing them out with the help of the bouncers.
Mm-hmm.
Does that include
And
Olia? This one.
He kind of pushes on you a little bit and says, "You don't have to go home, but you can't stay here."
That was so good, though.
Closing time.
Maybe Arthrax actually looks over to Onthar. Is he drunk as well, by the way?
Onthar?
Yeah.
Onthar is very drunk, but he owns the place.
Then he'll just give Olia Onthar, just help them put arm to arm, like hands on each other's shoulders, and just push them out. You two have fun, and hopefully see you in the morning, Olia.
Night.
You helped him clean up the bar, now you're gonna get him on the bar.
Whoa. TOS. We're
Oh!
streaming.
We are
yeah.
streaming, yes.
I didn't say anything.
Naughty words are bad.
This is a Christian Twitch stream.
I got the
On
Bible.
the bar dancing. Come on.
There's the Bible.
So
Which I have a Bible.
Don't make me get the Bible out of my in room.
Yeah.
oh god.
Oh my god. Hello.
Oh, Bahamut. Anyway. He looks over to Bark and just smiles. I think that's the last of them. Is there anything else you need help with?
You know, you a handy type of person? You know, you good with tools and stuff?
Handy.
Tools.
Oh, I was thinking hands because spider.
He holds up all 8 hands and is like, yeah, you can say so. Or not
Well-
8, sorry, 6. My math. Jesus.
I have this, the door to my bedroom is sticking for some reason. You think maybe you could take a look at it?
I am sorry, I need to laugh right now. He blushes a little bit for a different thought reason. I'm keeping with the TOS. Yeah. I can take a look at it and help.
Appreciate it. It's just upstairs. As he he closes up everything and gathers up his rags and such, throwing them into a large basket to be cleaned, and walks up the stairs off to the side
He will follow.
and fade to black. Eldrath, as you're sitting out on the side of the road in your beggar disguise, guards occasionally walk by and notice you, and they have a air about them as if to say, "Hey, don't be here when I come back, okay?" Before they just pass along, leaving you alone. It's a quiet night. It's still very bright outside because of the magical light that's out there. Several people have blackout windows that allow them to sleep at night. And as you are sitting there, you suddenly hear the sound of fluttering wings.
Do I see what's making the fluttering?
Well, as you look around, you see a couple of birds, white doves, just watching, looking over you. They're looking at you very intently. Their feathers are stark white, and they have very odd blue eyes. Don't mind them, they simply observe. As you turn to find the voice, and sitting next to you in a dirty brown robe is an old man. A hood covers most of his face except for a long white beard that comes out and bright, glowing blue eyes that seem to shine underneath the hood.
Hmm. You can see me, hmm?
I see many things. What I see now before me is a young child who knows not what he messes with. I've come to ask what my sister has in store for you.
Hmm. How should I know?
Certainly she has told you things.
Glimpses, but nothing that's concrete. Are you... she really your sister? Why have I not heard of you?
You haven't heard of me.
No.
Interesting. Once, long, long time ago, we were one being. I don't fully remember what caused it. It's been thousands of years, but I believe we were fighting against something. Some god or old deity. And the blow that we took split us apart, leaving her and myself. I am surprised that you haven't heard of both of us. But there is a lot of things about you that are quite curious. That is of the least of them. I must know what game she is playing this time and what her purpose is. I wish to understand what strings she has attached to you.
Hmm. And what would you do with that knowledge?
You think that I wish to kill you?
I'm sure there are many out there who do.
I cannot kill you. I'm not truly here. Your gift for visions that my sister has thrust upon you allows me to speak with you in this way. But it would seem I have no more control over you than she does. Aside to that, I do not care to control those that are beneath me. It is unbecoming. That and killing you would not be a just act. True justice is served through fighting inequality and action against the unjust, neither of which I see here.
Hmm. Some would say I am the balance. Two worlds put into one.
I will learn what she is planning. You can mark my words that they will come forward, and I will learn of this.
Well, if you do, let me know. I am just as curious as you are. Why would I be out here if I did not have that curiosity? You think I would stick with these others?
That is yet to be seen. My sister doesn't know how not to be devious. It is her nature, just as it is the nature of her kin, to destroy. I would warn you, child. You mess with forces beyond your understanding or control. My sister is a most devious one,
and she would happily sacrifice you if it meant she could breathe the fresh air and bask in the sunlight again. Whatever her plan may be, I will stop her. He looks out to the side and just lets out an annoyed sound. It seems others seek my attention this evening. We will speak again, young half-breed. And Eldrath, your eyes open as you have dozed off on the street side. And you turn to find nobody there.
Okay. Eldrath will stand up, kind of stretch, and just kind of listen for a moment. Making sure. And... Yeah,
Oh,
go ahead.
Go ahead and roll perception for me.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Blue?
Yeah, you know,
Ooh.
balance.
Oh.
Speaking of balance, balancing out that nat 20 earlier.
Yep.
Perfectly balanced, as all things should be.
As you strain to hear the sound of people or birds or anything, the only thing you can hear is the pounding of your own heart in your ears.
Let's see what I got here. I'd like to with thaumaturgy just make a you said it was a 2-story place?
Yeah, 2-story building.
Kind of make a shower of sparks appear at one of the windows, but then make sure I'm kind of hidden after that.
All right, roll stealth.
Oh, gee.
And it's back.
Really?
Come on.
Eldrath, if it's gonna be nothing but 20s and 1s the entire game, I'm gonna be mad.
It's gonna be one roller coaster. I don't know.
So another female tabaxi opens up the window on the second floor. A cloud of smoke coming out of the room. As she sticks her head out, she's just like, "The fuck was that? Did you see that?" And you hear from inside somebody yell, "Hey, just close that up before the smell gets out." "All right, yeah." As she closes the window and shuts the blinds.
Mm.
Okay. Eldrath will stick around for another hour before heading to the tavern or inn where we were staying.
All right. As everybody gets a well-earned night's rest after a long travel. You get the benefits of a long rest.
Hooray! Although, how much resting Zir did, we can't be sure.
Or Arthur.
You got there eventually.
Or Arthrox.
Yeah, or Arthrax for that matter.
Or Olia.
Yeah.
Olia slept great.
Yeah.
Oh, he-
Talking-
I
He
mean,
slept like a drunken log.
exactly.
Well,
That
before
was
we
actually
know,
me
they
last
could have kept
night.
on drinking.
I pulled an Olia last night. Hill. But that's a story for another time.
Just cuts over to you. Just, you know, life is kind of crazy. You know.
That's a nice cloak I have. Wait, what is the symbol again?
You ever wondered how weird it is that we're like related to Leonin, but like they have a mane and we don't?
Oh my god.
Weird.
Weird. It's like strange, you know?
You know, it's also really strange. Like you have there's cats, you know, like pet cats, and there's us. Like, how'd that happen, man?
Oh,
But Olia,
my gosh.
this is the symbol of the Order of the Gauntlet.
Oh no, I was just doing it as a joke, but I like it.
that looks really cool.
Nice.
Awesome. Wow.
But yes.
I guess, yeah.
All right.
I don't think I added it to my list though. Like things. Cloak.
Yep, nothing special about it. Just has the emblem of the Order of the Gauntlet.
Okay. Cool.
But next morning, as you are gathering up all of your belongings and items, packing up for the travel, meeting out at in the dining hall, as you are all served breakfast from the wonderful rabbit folk who is providing a very healthy vegetarian breakfast. He doesn't cook meat.
Understandable.
Yum. Olia holds it up, just like. He's not the biggest fan of veggies.
You know,
Arthur just shrugs, sipping some tea, and starts eating something at least.
so the important questions here: did you stay over or did you come home?
He stayed over.
All right.
Oh.
So, walking into the inn, still in disheveled robes from the night before, is Zir. You're not hungover because you didn't drink at all.
Oh yeah, brother.
Just got a bit of a smile and a swagger.
He's leveled up socially. He feels good.
That's one way to put it.
He'll kind of walk up with his tail wagging back and forth in a very rhythmic pattern. Good morning, everybody. How was everyone's sleep after last night's shenanigans?
Look at you, Zir. This is the happiest I've seen you in the morning in a while.
His confidence shatters. Nah, what are you talking about? What do you what? Like, you know, like his act just
Sweetie.
drops.
Sweetie, calm down. Calm down. You had a good time last night.
It was really
I'm
nice.
very happy for you.
Thank you. I just like it's the guy who's like he has confidence, but as soon as he's questioned, he's like, ah. He couldn't keep it up for very long. Lasted about 2 seconds.
You didn't want that to happen. I wasn't trying to shatter his confidence.
No. That's it. I just want to do that for the hero because that's honestly how it'd be. 'Cause it's just funny. It's like, you know, it's like the classic. Like he thinks he's a cool kid until someone's like, "You good?" And you're like, "Oh yeah, I'm fine."
Arthur X just smiles over at Zir, just like, well, glad you had fun. You're not the other one. As he winks.
Yeah, no, I mean it was a good time. I got to hang out with some fellow tabbies, tabaxi. I don't know the nickname for our species. Tabbies. I actually kind of like that. Tabax is actually our gender neutral term. But yes, it was a fun night.
As you all are enjoying your breakfast and discussing with each other of the night before, in walks Ontharr Froom in his more formal robes again, not wearing his armor. Good morning, my friends. How are we?
Doing just fine. Boy, did I sleep well last night. Right out the...
Me too. Though I don't really remember getting into the bed. I don't know how that happened.
What are you talking about? I just woke up. What even happened last night?
You guys slept on beds? I slept on the carpet. It was really nice. Curled up.
Oh,
I slept on bed.
you met Hawk's Eyes over the mountain and her sister Wings over the ocean, didn't you?
Yes, I did.
Yes, they always like to put the new Tabaxi men through the ringer when they see them.
Oh.
Oh.
Oh, no, don't worry about it. They, they're quite ladylike individuals.
Very friendly, very welcoming, and I need a push. I need someone to push me.
Well, as much as I would love to have you over for more time and more drinks and more stories, of course, but I'm afraid time is of the essence. I have made arrangements for you to travel down the Kianthar River with an old acquaintance of mine. I would love to accompany you, however, if that is acceptable.
I have no problem with it.
I see
I
no
don't see
issue.
why not.
Well, let me get in on some of this breakfast while I just find myself ravenous this morning.
I'm to say the same. Must be
call-
morning munchies or something.
I'd call veggies
Owen.
anything but ravenous. Still looks at his, like, whatever he was about to eat. Eats it very disappointedly.
Steamed carrots.
Steamed carrots, yes. Steamed
Quit
ham.
whining, Olia. It's pretty good for you. You're gonna
Lot
really
of-
need it.
Oatmeal,
Oh.
pancakes, a lot of nothing too fancy, sadly. No eggs, no
I mean,
bacon.
it's still breakfast, just no meat.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Disappointed chews.
Yeah, eggs have
poor
protein.
Olia
Eggs
just-
are healthy as shit.
Olia just eating like oatmeal, just like bleh. Bleh.
Like that really tired kid cliche before they have to head off to school. They're just like hunched over and they're just like eating like the spoons that go along the side rather than in front. They're just like,
I don't like this.
Not having fun. Well, he has to eat it because it's food. It'll be rude.
But after you all have chance to eat some breakfast, Ontharr accompanies you through the city to the docks. And walking towards the river, the smells of musty, damp air and wet mud and grass reach your noses first before the wood planks of the dock appear around the corner of the path, stepping downward to a large series of ship docks, ships of all size moored and waiting for goods to be loaded. The river itself is large and wide, easily able to accommodate several ships as they go down. Sailors of all races work together to raise cargo into their ships and prepare the rigging and sails for the upcoming travel. As you're walking toward the ships, several Aarakocras, Tritons, Turtles, and even some otter folks sell freshly caught fish from the river. Some of you can actually see several emerging from the river and walking up a small ramp carrying strung up fish over their shoulders. Scattered about are other merchants as well, selling various seafood, sailing equipment, and even vessels. As Ontharr leads you to one of the docks, you can spy a medium-sized caravel with several canvas sails rolled up neatly as the vessel rocked up and down, side to side, bobbing in the river's gentle waves. Written in white along the stern of the ship is the name Glassy Waters, and several Triton sailors are loading up cargo varying from giant crates to small barrels. One grizzled, older, and scarred blue-green-skinned Triton watches over them, writing into a journal and barking out orders. He's of average height, muscular from years of hard work. He's wearing a thick captain's pea coat and an eye patch over his left eye, a long scar running from his left eyebrow down to his chin. Anthar kind of nudges you, Olia. He's like, that's Captain Zehab. He's the one you want to talk to. Let me smooth things over a little bit, you know? I gotta work my magic, right?
Yeah. Guy doesn't look like he's in great mood.
Oh, he's never.
I bet he's seen other days. Better days.
Never in a good mood, that one. But, you know, if you know the right thing to say, I'm sure that we can smooth something out. As he waves his hand at the Triton. Zehab, over here! As the Triton looks down from his ship to see Anthar and a motley crew of people. I hope the current is kind today. Indeed, be kind today, but that could change. I have some people who wish to travel to Baldur's Gate, and seeing how you're heading that way, I thought I might convince you to let them charter passage.
Yeah. Also, we're just glad to even be here at this point.
Have the space for 5, I suppose. Not luxury cabins, mind you, but it's a fine vessel. Get us to Baldur's Gate in one piece.
What we're doing is anything but luxury.
As he looks around the other Tritons and motions for them to go and grab your gear. Anything you wish to stow, let them know. Otherwise, you got a cabin. There's four beds to a cabin. One of you'll have to sleep on the floor.
Eldrath will kind of just whisper over to Jessica. It's like, hey, are we leaving the horses, or...
Don't ask me. I'm not the captain.
Would Olia be in hearing distance to hear what they're whispering? Or what? Saying to each other?
I suppose that's up to Eldrath.
I mean, he's not being too secretive about it. He's just kind of like leaning over, not really. Yeah.
Hey, by any chance, would there be any room for cattle per se? Horses, specifically. I want to take my girl cruising with me.
How many horses are we talking about?
Olia starts counting. Like, how many of them are there?
It's
5.
It's 5, Olia.
He needs to point it out.
He had to count on his fingers real quick.
Yes, exactly.
He had to count on his beans real quick.
Let me think. So there's 5 of us, so that means there's 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm sorry, 5.
5. Yeah, he points back to himself. But yeah, 5.
I suppose that we could throw horses on there, but you're in charge of keeping after them. My men don't know much about horses.
Yes, sir. Just points to himself. He turns around. He's like, yes, fist out.
As Anthar and Zehab talk over pricing and such, as finally Anthar hands over a bag of gold to him. This should cover the costs of the travel. Aye, that will do enough, yeah. I think that as long as you be not causing any trouble, we'll be fine.
Looks over at Eldrath.
Got it.
Eldrath is very focused on the crew and the ship itself.
The crew you note is all Tritons. They are busy loading up cargo. Some of them are kind of looking over you guys as you in between their work, noting the very odd-looking individuals. But they don't seem to be bothered by you or concerned with your presence. If anything, it's more people to chat with and drink with.
Not concerned yet. No, I'm just kidding.
I was gonna say, we're the ones.
I'm reminded of a quote from the Narnia movie. Maybe they think you look funny.
Onthar walks up to Olia and pats him on the shoulder. And I think you'll do fine out here on this mission. I know that you have the heart to pull this through.
Well, having this team of people with me is just, that's all the better for me. Glad you can trust me.
Well, Olia, I have faith in Torm that he will guide all who need to be where they need to be. There is justice to be done in this world, and Torm and Bahamut would see that it is done.
Name of Torm.
In the name
We
of
will
Torm.
succeed.
He shakes your hand. I must be off to the tavern. I must speak with the other members of the order to make for arrangements in other cities for our observations of this cult.
Understandable. Want me to relay that to the other ones? Or do they know?
Oh, they will know. I will be sending messengers as soon as I am able to.
Great, great. When you get back there,
Your only
drink a
concern
few for
now
me.
is... Oh, of course. Your only concern now is to remain undetected by this cult and to learn as much as you can and relay that to us once we have the opportunity to meet again.
Yes. Might be a bit of a big feat for me as he just points to his body, showing just how big he is, just relatively compared to the rest of the gang.
I have no doubt that your associates will find a way to make sure that you will not be noticed.
Right.
And if you are, I'm certain that your Warhammer will do all the talking that you need done.
Yes, yes. The hammer of truth. Yeah. Love it.
He smacks your shoulder again and kind of looks at the cloak as you as it drapes over your shoulders. And that cloak looks good on you, Olia.
Yeah, it's even better knowing where it came from.
Aww.
Good luck, my friend.
Thanks. And the same to you.
And he heads back up the dock, back towards the tavern, the pair of black antlers, before he disappears over the horizon.
Wait.
I'm back.
Eldrath actually would kind of run after him for a second, just to get his attention. See, Onthar.
Yes, Master Eldrath.
Sorry, I do know you have business to attend to. I just wanted to know if that book, did you have it?
Ah, yes, I forgot. My apologies. He reaches into a satchel that's on his hip and pulls out this. It's mostly handwritten and handbound. It does seem to be a small publication, one could say.
He'll take it. Thank you.
I'm sure you will enjoy those stories. It will help pass the time as you travel down the river.
Stay safe.
Ah, where's the fun in that?
Eldrath would return then.
Sure.
So, as you gather up the rest of your items and your horses, stowing them on the boat, and mid afternoon, just after the sun has risen to its highest point, the glassy waters begins to set out and sets course to Baldur's Gate. We'll go ahead and take a quick break there.
Alrighty.
All right.
Cool. Yeah. Sorry if it got a bit noisy on my end. There's like a family kind of across my apartment, just like doing a little thing outside their yard.
Oh, I didn't even
no
hear
worries.
anything. You're
Yeah,
good.
we didn't hear
Oh,
anything.
good.
No, you
I
didn't
kept trying to mute it a lot in between speaking.
It was
It's okay. You did good.
it was glassy shores.
Glassy what?
Glassy waters.
Gotcha.
Also, yes, Spacine. We do D&D every 2 weeks.
Oh, it's Spacine.
Yeah.
Oh, another
so he
Yeen.
just got done doing his own D&D session tonight. He didn't mention if it was on stream or off stream,
Oh.
but he decided to check out the tag, and here I am.
Well, Spacine, thank you for the follow. Much appreciated.
Aw.
So
Love
kind
the
of
profile pic.
I
just took a look over.
I tossed you a shout out, Dana.
Oh, thank
Sent
you.
him your way. Of course.
You're the best.
But yeah, Dana is our DM, Tagarang85. Amazing guy, obviously.
Very.
This is our continual campaign. Like every 2 weeks we do another session. But every once in a while we throw in some one-offs and other stuff. I'm gonna have to get you the link, Spacey, for our one-off campaigns in a world that was completely built by hand by Dana himself. Like just 100%, everything in it was written and built by him. It's crazy. This dude's creativity just blows my mind that he came up with all of this. So, but yes.
I love D&D. It's been probably the best outlet for my creativity that I've discovered. So I have trouble sometimes writing out whole stories, but I like being able to build stories with other people. I think it's the best way to do storytelling, honestly.
Oh yeah,
I am the same way.
cooperative storytelling.
I enjoy it. That's how I got into
Thank you for the
D&D.
follows.
Storytelling.
Thank you, everybody, for the follows. Thank you for tagging along. Much appreciated.
Yeah. Anyway, we do need to run an ad break real quick, so we'll be right back.
Yep.
Yeah.
Woo!
You know, it's so strange. Every time Duff goes on an ad break, I can never see the ads.
I have subscriber powers with Duff, so I always I try to support my friends best I can. So
Aw,
Yeah.
I don't see any ads
I
on your end either.
appreciate that, Dana.
aw, thank you.
I would like to support my friends more often, but I'm just not in a position to do that just yet financially.
Yeah.
Once
Understandable.
Yeah.
once I get my second vaccine and I let it run its course, I'm probably gonna look into some kind of job again. Assuming I haven't burned a bridge with my mom after our last phone call.
Ooh.
I know that my parents were offering to hand over their oldest vehicle just because they know I need one right now. So, assuming that offer is still on the table, which I'm not expecting it to be at this point, but if it is, that'll definitely make the job thing a lot easier. Having my own transportation.
Sure.
So.
Yeah. I recently had some car troubles myself, but they are resolved.
Hooray! So
That's right, your brakes broke, right?
You got.
It was a bit more than that. So the brake caliper got stuck, and it got stuck at like the worst possible time, because I just moved to a new area of Kentucky that's in the foothills. So we're up on this. I think it would classify as a mountain in other countries, but so climbing up this thing has been a real task for my poor car, and the caliper got stuck and ground the rotors and the brake pads down to bare metal and then beyond.
Ooh.
Yeah. So not only did the brake pads and the caliper need to be replaced, but the rotors need to be replaced too. So that came out to a grand total of about $850.
Ow.
It was a bit of a punch in the gut, to say the least. Very rough week. We had a network-wide outage that occurred that left that had me working some very long hours. But also that happening in the middle of that all was really shitty, and
No kidding.
yeah. And I work very far from work, or I live very far from work, so it's not an easy thing to get to work without a vehicle.
Now, when you say you had to work long hours, did you mean did you work extra, and did they pay you overtime?
I did get overtime. I got approved for overtime, so that was that.
Okay.
That's good.
The first day that it happened, we were not approved for overtime, but my responsibilities involve going over certain areas of the hospital. So one of the areas, well, two of the areas that I have are the cath lab that I was talking about earlier, and then also the emergency department. So there were several terminals that got locked up and needed to be unlocked in a very specific way. And the first instance of the lockouts happened at like 10 o'clock in the morning, and I didn't get the first fix until 4 p.m. in the afternoon.
Ooh.
So
damn.
I spent...
Is that just from troubleshooting, or is that just how long it takes to do that very specific reset?
It took that long to figure out what exactly was causing the problem and to diagnose a solution. We were on many calls with many people, so I felt very useless because I was very much not involved in the troubleshooting process. I was just in the clean it up process.
Right.
But once we got the fix, I immediately ran to all of the areas that I am that I have to oversee, and proceeded to get them all back up and running because they were all very important. Because there was the emergency room and the labor department and maternity ward, cath lab, and the clinical decision unit, which is a very, very serious area where there's only like 10 beds. So it's very important that they get all of their machines up and running. So I did stay over a little bit late than I was supposed to. I just told everybody that I wasn't there and they didn't see me. It was like, I am not here. You don't see me. Everything is happening, remotely by some factor that you cannot see or observe. So, and then the next day I got approved for OT, so we spent more time actually getting everything up and running. But we're suspecting that we're going to probably be dealing with this for like a month. There's all machines that will be popping up here and there that are still locked out, that either somebody didn't notice, or they don't use the PC, or it's just sitting in a somebody's office somewhere that they haven't been to in like months because of the pandemic. So we'll find out. But yeah, that was my week.
Yeah, exactly. All I could see in my head was just you doing the Fallout hacking terminal thing for like just 6 hours straight.
It was a bit like that, yeah.
It's like, okay, let's find the parentheses, find the word. Okay, this is 6 letters.
Okay, a pair of square brackets, good. That resets my tries.
Yeah.
It was one of the moments where I was really grateful that we had a lot of like lower easier kind of tech, I guess you could say, like simpler PCs.
Right.
We did have a few older PCs that had more advanced BIOS operations. They insisted on doing a data recovery that we did not need them to do. We knew exactly what we were doing and we were trying to bypass it, but we couldn't. And it added an extra like half an hour to an hour of recovery for single terminals that we really shouldn't have had to have dealt with. So that was a pain in the ass.
Jeez.
I'm back.
So it's just like, hey, looks like you're having trouble booting. Do you want us to run the recovery assist? No, I don't. I want you to just reboot so I know I can get it into safe mode. Okay, well, would you like us to run recovery assist? No, just go into safe mode. Okay, recovery assist it is. Oh, fuck.
Oh my God. Windows, do what we tell you to do, not what you think is the best.
No.
I understand why that exists.
No,
Like,
I do
get why
too.
that is there.
But in this situation, it was just it made
know,
everything
it was-
worse.
It's like that moment with like Ron Swanson when he's walking past the guy in the hardware store. I know more than you.
Yeah, exactly.
Like that was me talking to this computer. I know more than you. Please stop.
or the classic the classic moment from Hercules. I think you're just forgetting one itsy bitsy teeny weeny teeny tiny little detail. I own you.
Just wanted a reason to use that effect.
Yeah, there you
Shut
go.
up.
Never.
That scared me at first. I'm like, why is his mic breaking at that exact moment? I'm like, oh wait, it's because of the new mic.
You will
I
never
couldn't
silence
resist.
me.
All right. Hey, I've got the tools. I gotta use them. Okay.
Exactly.
Wow.
Now you just gotta wait for Jessica to use minor illusion to appear as a god and then start echoing using thaumaturgy. And then there you
I
go.
have that spell.
It's tough to be.
It's a cantrip. Or a minor illusion? Or am I thinking of I forget, like-
I don't know what you're thinking
Thaumaturgy
of.
would be able to boost the voice, but
yeah.
not minor illusion.
He'd borrow Eldrath's Mask Many Faces and just pose as Bahamut and be like, I own you. Foolish weaklings. Or you could pose as Tiamat. Easily.
Right.
How dare you attempt to wake me early from my nap?
Oh.
Go home, all of you.
I am being called away for just a moment.
Oh,
I will
no
be
worries.
right back.
No.
No problem. Take your time.
Tiamat is secretly Beerus, the god of destruction from Dragon Ball Super.
Maybe.
I have been sleeping for over like 50 years to see this blonde kid beat up Frieza. What do you want? Beerus is great.
Blonde.
I thought of it like that.
Certain kitty came in looking for attention, and now she's getting it.
Ooh,
Shut up,
Ashley.
Ashley. My little gremlin. Just like, I don't know what to think. I'm up higher than usual. Why are you holding me?
I honestly miss having cats. I visited my friend who's about 45 minutes from me, who has a pet cat named Ginger, and she is the exact same way like that, where she like seeks attention, but then she'll like walk
When
away
she
expecting you
gets
to
it.
follow it.
Yeah. Yep.
All that jazz. She's such a brat, but I love her. I'm like, I miss having cats. I miss having to play like the popularity game with my animals. No, I'm just
Literal cat and mouse.
Yeah, now I'm just stuck with my void of a dog. I mean, she's adorable. I love Biscuit, but like, she's a walking 30-pound French bulldog that stares into the void at all times. Doesn't do anything. I'll be like, "Hi, Biscuit. How are you?" Like, I don't think she remembers me. My parents like, "Oh, she remembers you," but like, I don't think she has memory. I don't think that's part of her arsenal.
Oh no.
And I'm back.
Hi.
Welcome back.
Hey.
All right. Everybody ready?
Maybe.
Very.
All right. Well,
Maybe.
Do this.
Well, we don't know what's gonna happen.
kill the good vibes
Oh.
and put on the the fantasy vibes.
Ooh.
Adrian von Ziegler's music is always the best.
Indeed.
Speaking of which, I don't think my music's been going for a while, and it hasn't.
I know, I've done that to myself before too.
Video pause. Continue watching. Yes or no? Like really?
I have my medieval chill playlist going.
Medieval chill.
Yeah, it's really interesting. Man. It's a bunch of Witcher songs, and then
And then suddenly Assassin's Creed.
yes, there
Now
is Assassin's Creed.
See, now I want to know what like a combination of like fantasy and lo-fi would sound like.
I think Critical Role has been doing something like that.
Have they
Yeah,
really?
Critical Role.
Yeah.
I'll have to
Yeah,
look
they
into
have.
that.
They have like that like classic like thumbnail of like the anime kid over like the desk and all that.
Yeah.
Yeah, Critical Role has their own version of that, like where it's
Oh, that's
yes,
amazing.
she's-
Nice.
Oh, that's cool, Jester. That's awesome.
yeah, she's like doodling on stuff because she draws a lot, and then yeah, they have like their own like I guess semi like medieval lo-fi playlist kind of thing.
That's awesome.
Nice.
All right. So, as the glassy waters sets out onto the river, it's a fairly simple boat, very easy traveling. Nothing is required of you other than staying out of the way of the sailors.
Which Eldrath is not doing. He is following as many as he can and just watching what they're doing right now because he's never seen something like this before and he wants to take it in.
Mostly what you note that they are doing is that they do work on the sails and the rigging. Several will occasionally dive into the water of the river and return climbing up the rigging along the exterior of the ship, carrying either fish on spears or hanging off of fishing line. The sailors are always in good spirits. It seems that they sing shanties as they work. They laugh and joke with each other. Lots of drinking in the off hours. Just generally very chill dudes.
Eldrath will basically just be that curious child and be like, what's that do? What does this do? Why are you doing that? And when they start singing, he'll also use his lyre and kind of just play the tune that they have going.
You note, actually, roll me.
Note.
Everything.
Sorry. It's the button.
I want to become the boat.
I would say roll your lyre, but with intelligence.
Oh, jeez.
He's
Okay,
smart.
so
Oh, he's gonna learn sea shanties.
roll intelligence and add proficiency bonus.
Yeah, on the Roll20 sheet,
Yeah.
you should have the ability to do a roll with your lyre, and there's an option for a query, so you can change it to intelligence. Because this is about how clever you are at picking up these things.
Oh, okay. I get you.
Cool.
Okay, then I guess I click.
Oh,
Okay.
Okay.
cool.
So,
That's actually a really good roll for me with intelligence.
and you do get your proficiency bonus with it as well. So, so as you are observing them as they sing the shanties and work on the rigging and the sails, you note that the shanties are used as a way to keep rhythm as they're moving along. Sometimes the shanties would be very long and drawn out because it would seem that the sailors need their breath to work, and sometimes they're a little bit faster, a little bit quicker if it's light work, just to kind of help pass the time. There's always one person who seems to lead off the shanties. He is fairly popular amongst the group. He definitely has an air about him. He doesn't have any musical instruments with him, but he sings heartily with a full chest and makes sure that everybody can hear him across the entirety of the boat. It's definitely different from what you've seen before. You've never experienced music like this.
Eldrath is enthralled. If that's the right word.
And everybody else, we're gonna do this.
dear.
I need a Constitution saving throw.
Oh,
boy.
yes, seasickness. I feel like Zero
Oh,
would
no.
have seasickness naturally anyway.
Okay, you know what's
Oh,
funny?
We're gonna
This
see.
is gonna go bad.
Before we got on the boat, I rolled a d20 in real life to gauge if Jessica has any natural seasickness. I got a 19, so we'll see if that. Like, I was just gonna.
Oh!
Is it a,
Oh
You know what?
is it a
I guess
con
that doesn't
save?
count. I guess
Is
that
it a
doesn't
con
count
save?
at all.
Yes, con save.
Con save. All right.
no! All right. Woo!
Hey, I
Oh, no! Jessica! Oh
we swapped
I-
roles.
no!
Pog.
Yeah.
So,
I literally was like, am I just gonna make Jessica innately seasick? Like, just make this a character trait?
Oh no.
I thought I got away from it, but I guess not.
as you, Arthurax, you're climbing up in the rigging, watching out over the horizon as you see the various twists and turns of the river as you move along, and the
like to be
breeze
up
in your
high.
face. It feels good. It's nice. Olia, you're beside, just watching the river pass you by. Various, fishermen and other people just out in their boats as you pass them by, waving at them. Zir and Eldrath, you're both kind of watching the Tritons as they sing their shanties, doing their work. But Jessica,
Oh no.
back towards the stern, poor Jessica is leaning over the railing, and just the sounds are just the worst. Just the absolute retching and
Oh.
digging deep as she relinquishes the food that she had before.
Oh, that lovely breakfast gone.
Oh no.
I feel like as she would be doing that, Zero would probably like whisper to Eldrath and be like, "Do you think wild magic can fix that?"
I think it's what's causing it.
Oh, I didn't think of that. Ugh, and they really say life is a dice roll.
Is that meta in my game? How dare you.
Pulls out the broom. He's hey! Did you just met up?
Your next nat 20 is revoked.
You get an anti-nat 20. Whenever you roll nat 20, you have to re-roll it again. If it's another nat 20, it's nat 1 automatically because
We've
fuck
had
you.
1, 2, 3 nat 20s this game so far.
You nat 1s.
Two of
Yeah.
them were Eldrath.
Yeah.
Oh man. So the first day of travel goes by relatively easily, as Captain Zehab takes a chance to walk over to Jessica as she's in between, bouts, shall we say? You all right there, lassie?
I'm not used to boats. Sorry.
Hey, you get used to it. You get a little bit of seawater in your gut, and next thing you know, it all goes away. You just take some time. That's all.
Okay. Thanks.
It kind of slaps you on the back as you feel something shift inward.
And it just.
I'll leave you be.
Yeah.
Try not to get it on the deck if you can.
Oh no. This is horrible.
So the next day, since everybody else passed the DC, except for Jessica, I need only Jessica to roll a Constitution save
No.
to see if
Phew.
it's a one and done thing or.
Eh.
You're a little queasy. It's definitely the up and down that's really bothering you when you hit those waves, and it just moves you up and down, and your stomach kind of flips up and down with it, and it's just, at first it's like you feel it coming up to the back of your throat, and you just go, nope, not today.
Not
And
again.
Force it back down.
Ugh.
But as you're traveling along the river, there are some points where you come across a large wood out in the distance, and everybody roll me perception check.
Oh boy.
Okay. Perception, go!
I was thinking that. I'm so bad at perceiving things, I don't even know where the perception check is.
Eyes open!
There it
Go,
is.
my children, see the light before me. Ah, it's blinding!
What every introvert says.
Yeah.
So as you're looking out into the woods, at first you think it's just the light casting in the shadows of the trees, but then you can start noticing what appear to be figures, individuals jumping between the tree lines, kind of watching the ship as it goes down.
Uh-oh.
How-
Is Captain Zhav nearby?
Oh, he's at the wheel.
How far away is the ship from the coast?
Oh, several
Shore.
hundred yards.
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
from the shore? From the shore, probably about 200, 300 feet.
Okay.
The river itself is pretty wide. It's about 500 feet. So
Yeah. Talking about like
It's a-
Mississippi type.
yeah, very, very big.
Then
You're
Part-
also
part-
not the only ship on this shipping lane, by the way. There are also other ships.
Arthrox will just walk down from his height point and get right by the Captain Zhav, to go. Just to let you know, Captain, we may have some eyes on the ship.
You don't have to worry about those. Those are the ills that live in that there woods. They just like to make sure that we are not trying to move in on their territory. As long as we stay on the river, they're fine.
Comes to land.
As long as we don't pull an evergreen, we're fine.
Oh no!
Sorry, ever given.
Do you want to see how far I can jump?
Want to see how far I can shoot a spell?
Want to see you run that mountain? Let me see you do it again.
After talking to the
Okay, here's
Captain,
the thing. Jessica could probably hit one of them if she really wanted to.
That's I know, like that's scary. Like a couple, like 200, 300 yards away, an Eldritch Blast could hit them probably.
She might be able to hit one, but
well, after talking to the Captain, he goes to find Jessica just to check up on her. Are you doing okay?
Yeah, it's not as bad as it was yesterday, but it's still not fun.
Still, probably a good idea we get some food in you when we make land.
I tried to get some rations down this morning. They're staying down for now, but only through sheer force of will. Trust me.
He nods a little bit and gives her a very light pat on the shoulder. Just call if you need anything.
Just across the ship, like a bucket.
Arthrax will just slide one hand behind his back and give Zir pretty much the middle finger.
This spider equivalent of the middle finger. What? How many fingers does a spider have? Doesn't have any, does it?
These are questions that are best left for the experts.
That's true. That's true.
And then he heads back up to his viewpoint.
And as you all travel further along the river, it's another day of smooth travel, and the Tritons, having taken a liking to many of you, especially Jessica, after witnessing her horrible experience with seasickness, have tried to be much nicer to her and tried to make her feel more at home. They offer her a lot of some food and some grog to hopefully help settle her stomach. Several of them try to avail you of the several stories that they have heard along the way, various tall tales of mystical sea creatures out in the middle of the Sea of Swords that they have traveled.
Mm-hmm.
But otherwise, go ahead.
Oh, I was just Jessica will probably take any chance she can get to not be focusing on the moving waves and the up and down motion. Anything to distract her, really. Although she'll probably keep it to just light sips of the grog. Doesn't want to go too overboard. Figuratively or literally.
And then go ahead.
No, I was actually just checking to make sure everyone was still there.
Yep.
I am alive.
Yes.
Well, as the rest of the day passes along with no surprises, no real shockers, and you move into the final day. As it's a little bit overcast, not quite the smooth, glassy waters that your boat has hopefully predicted. It's a little choppier today. Definitely a little bit more up and down and moving about. Jessica?
Already on it. I'm slowly getting used to it.
You jumped the gun,
Still
though.
not fun.
I need it at disadvantage.
Oh,
Oh, no.
One more
no,
time.
I will.
Oh.
Hey!
Well, the 12
Oh wait,
will
no, that's
stand.
disadvantage.
Yeah, the 12 will stand.
Oh no.
Yet again, you feel a little bit queasy, a little bit ill, but you hold it together.
Mm-hmm.
So you all note that Jessica may be having a bit of a day as she lays down on the side, on her side with a cloth over her eyes.
Zir will go over to Jessica. She's just be like, I don't know exactly how all this works, but I wonder if you need anything, catnip may help with that seasickness.
I'll pass, hon. I think this was the last day we're doing this. I should be fine once we get back on solid ground, but thank you.
Okay. You can just be okay. We're almost there, I think.
Yeah.
Whee! Made it.
And as the rest of the day goes on, the weather starts to clear up a little bit of sun points out. No rain, thankfully, no heavy winds or anything like that, but still a little bit of a choppy water. But as the glassy waters turns a bend in the river, the large bustling metropolis of Baldur's Gate comes into view. High above the river, resting over a prominent bluff, Baldur's Gate is sprawling and visibly divided by walls. Up high on the bluff, you can see several mansions and a sturdy stone keep where the government operates, assumedly. In front of you, as you're coming up to the harbor, you can spot several smaller buildings with signs and people milling about and carrying packages. Beyond the wall, as you're approaching, you can see sprawling smaller homes, more jam-packed together before the wall suddenly overtakes them. As Zehab calls out to the sailors, and they start to trim the sails and prepare to dock, as deckhands signal the ship in and among the traffic. With practiced ease, the sailors manage to bring the glassy waters into rest at the dock as ropes are tied off to post to hold it into place. Zehab orders everybody to move the gangplank out, and as he does so, several of the other Triton sailors start to gather your belongings, as well as your horses.
Yay.
Awesome.
You might be having a bit of trouble with the horses, if I'm honest, though.
Need my help?
See, the problem is that the most of the paths throughout the city are too small for horses. But that said, it is likely that you might be able to get somebody to move them for you, or even purchase them.
Hmm.
But you
stable area in the town that we could probably put them in.
I think you misunderstand. There are no horses, no stables, no cattle, nothing inside the city.
Hmm.
They don't allow it.
Well, don't we need these horses if we're going to be using them for what we need?
Zehab kind of shrugs at that. This is not my problem. I was paid to get you here, and that I have done.
Arthurax just sighs, but he puts more of his focus on making sure Jessica's doing okay.
She is wobblingly making her way down the gangplank, sighing in relief once her paws touch solid earth once more.
There you go. Take it easy.
Yeah.
So we may have a little bit of a problem.
Oh, what's up?
Seems horses are not really allowed here.
Out of character question, is there... He said that there might be a place to sell them. Does that mean there are like farms and stuff around the city?
Roll history for me.
Okay.
We'll see what you know about Baldur's Gate.
A bit.
Okay. You know, Jessica, through your experience with your father's company, that Baldur's Gate is a bit odd. There aren't any roads that go around the city. They only go through the city. And as part of that, Baldur's Gate doesn't allow wagons, pack animals, horses, even dogs into the city. The streets are very narrow, steep, and slick from rain and from, various environmental moisture from being next to the river. Heavy wagons would not be able to traverse them. It would just be impossible.
Right.
So what they like to do is that most of the goods that pass through the city are unloaded in the outer city and sold off. Most traders, including your father, would actually bring items just to the gates, unload, and then go off and head back the other way after loading up with new stuff. So most of the items that would be carried in would be done on foot.
Right.
So they're
Okay.
cat people.
So there are the outer city is definitely more of the agricultural area, shall we
Right.
say?
Right. The area around the inner city might have a place to either board or sell the horses.
Yes, but even then, they're not going to be easily transported through the city.
Right. Well, yeah, unfortunately, Baldur's Gate's kind of not a great place for horses. We might be able to find a farmer or a number of farmers around the city who might be able to, take care of them either temporarily or we could sell them.
Well-
I mean, obviously we can't take them into the inner city because it's so tight in there,
Yeah. But that also leads to a couple of other problems.
like what?
One, all the stuff that Eldrath bought and put on his horse. And two, the connection between Zir and his.
I mean, we're gonna have to
I mean,
do one or the other.
I mean, it's just Zir will like hear that and be like, well, it's just a horse. I mean, it's not going to die. I mean, we could just send it back and be like, oh yeah, we can't use horses here.
We can't send it back. It's not like it's a carrier pigeon.
Well, I mean, the boat's obviously gonna travel elsewhere,
They're not
right?
gonna. They're not gonna take the. They're probably already packing up, like out of character. They're probably already packing up and getting ready to go.
Oh yeah, they're unloading all of the cargo that they had brought in, and proceeding to load new cargo on.
Yeah.
Well, maybe we can just sell them then. That's fine.
Yeah.
I understand they have to give her a horse. It's I'll miss Sally, but it's okay.
So, sorry.
Alright.
Quick question. Paint the picture again. So, where we unloaded from the boat, right? These docks. The only path that we can currently take is straight into the city. There's no
You are unloading into an area that is specifically the center of the city, essentially. There's a area that's higher up on the bluff that seems to be where the wealthier people live. Where you are currently is where a lot of merchants are, where there's a lot of things that are sold.
Okay.
And then
Oh.
outside of the main wall is the outer city.
Okay. So there's no way to make it to the outer city with these horses?
Through the passages that they have, they wouldn't allow it.
Oh,
Not-
so we're
not
just unloading
for-
somewhere where horses can't go.
Well, you as visitors would not be able to use these horses. Somebody who
Right.
sells them may be able to move them from one place to another, but that's specifically something that they are allowed to do.
Okay. So we should look for someone who's like an animal handling merchant of some kind.
That's some bullshit, right?
Okay.
It's some bullshit.
You asked if you could take your horses, and the answer was yes. You
What we
didn't
could
ask
do
if
with
you
them once we
should.
get there.
Semantics.
In the back of my mind, I wanted to ask Onthar, so what's Baldur's Gate like? But then I was like, nah, I'm sure it'll be fine.
Nope.
We land. All right, first problem.
My
First
my
problem,
thought here
horses.
my thought here was like we could sell off like 3 of them, use that money to get a carriage or a cart or whatever, and then travel that way so we can
Right.
still
Yeah.
kind of if we're
But we're
supposed
already
to
inside the city
Yeah.
where there are not supposed to be animals
Yeah.
like this,
Well,
unless you have a permit.
none of us knew that
Ah.
Yeah.
Jesus already.
So, we have to sell them.
Yep.
You do also have the name of a contact that Onthar has provided you.
That's right.
That's
Billy
right, the horse
McBob,
guy.
that's right.
He said he didn't.
His name Akin.
Akin.
Yes.
Akin, yeah.
I think Billy McBob was better, but okay.
Well.
I will not have you stand here and disparage my NPCs with such silly names like that.
Well, we were told about this Akin guy. We should probably search around for him.
All right. We should probably have one person go looking and the rest keep with the horses just to make sure they're not like, whose horses are these? You know.
We're just the tourists that are just off the airplane, and we're like,
yeah.
I don't know where to go.
All the
we're the tourists that get off the plane, and we've got
the-
like 8 carry-ons each. And we're just like, all right, now what?
several of the guard are actually just kind of watching you and chuckling to themselves as they see you struggling with the horses.
Arthur just gives them a glare for a little bit before turning back to Jessica.
Well, Jessica, how about you and I look around then?
All right.
One of the guards will feel something on his behind.
Really?
You just got here and you're already causing trouble.
How does he feel something on his behind?
That's Eldrath.
Mage hand.
Do you have mage hand?
Do.
Oh my god.
Daniel's like trying to avoid.
I do.
Go ahead and roll deception for me with advantage.
If you roll in that 20, I swear to fucking God, I'm gonna hurt somebody.
Please
I
fail. Please fail for a change.
Close enough.
Damn it.
So, all of a sudden, one of the guards just stiffens up, his face turns bright red, and he turns and just socks one of the other guard right in the face.
Oh my god.
Not on duty, you idiot!
Wait, what?
Oh no!
Eldrath is just giggling.
Zir's just looking at Eldrath and just goes, you know, probably thinks it has your hand on it, literally. But, you know, that sock in the face reminds me of back in Greenus when you did something similar and I punched you in the face.
Jessica, would you like a break from these stooges?
Yes, actually.
Zir's just flabbergasted. What?
Let's go.
What did I do?
Before walking off, she points at Eldrath. Behave. We'll be right
Never.
back.
Ola, you have permission to use your hammer if Eldrath doesn't.
God hisses. Just...
So, Jessica and Arthurax, as you move further into the middle city here, which Jessica, you would know is called the Wide. So
Close to the narrow.
traveling through, there's a lot of different merchants that are selling all sorts of different items. It is definitely a trading hub, being on the tradeway as well as being on the Keonthar River, which is a major shipping lane. You head back towards the outer city, to the walls that lie along there, knowing that the tackling and various equipage needs would likely be on the outside of the city rather than the interior of the city. And stepping through the gates, you find several stables and storefronts, various different types. There's more wagons and various livestock out here. Lots of yelling and shouting as people are trying to make arrangements for sales. Some people are, trying to negotiate their pricing, and you can kind of tell that there's a little bit of price gouging going on. I think that you can tell that a lot of people are aware that they kind of got people by the short hairs on this one, seeing how they can't go through the city with their wagons.
It's like that last gas station before getting on the interstate.
Pretty much.
Just like
They
an
know
extra
exactly.
$1 per gallon, because they know you can't not top up if you really need it.
Well, this is gonna be a fun finding.
But
All
as
we gotta
you're,
do-
can I get a investigation check from both of you?
E-
1 second.
Oh.
Arthrex, you're a little bit distracted by the sheer number of people, noting that several of them are not guarding their purses very well. But you're maintaining. You're holding back. You got a mission.
I'm just in my head going, I'm not as bad as half here. I'm not as bad as half here.
But Jessica,
Yes.
you find an equipage business with the name Akin Celebon written across the side. And
There we go.
standing in the open space where there are several horses, as well as wagons and rope and netting, chains, wheels, all sorts of things you might need for repairing wagons and such. There's a man that is working, trying to tie some knots in some of the rope to make new netting. As he sees you approaching and looks up. Oh, hey, I'm welcome to my shop. How can I help? I got lots of things that you might need if you're looking to do some long distance freight travel or anything like that.
Hi there. Actually, we were sent by a certain, I'm forgetting his
Anthar.
out of character. I remember his first name. I don't remember his last name.
Froome. I thought Froome.
What was it?
Froome. F-R-U-M-E.
Anthar
Yes.
Froome.
We were sent by Anthar Froome to find you for a little help, actually.
Oh yeah, I received a message the other day saying that they would sending a few people here. It was a little vague. They said you were looking for work as guards or something.
Yes. We are actually acquaintances of Anthar through one of our party members, and we were looking for work, and he sent us your way
Oh.
to see if we could help out some.
Well, I don't really know. I'm not really involved in hiring people like for guards and stuff, but you know what? I do know a few people that could be looking for some work. I understand that there's a big caravan that's scheduled to go out in the next few days, and there's
Really?
already a couple of people that have already signed on. They're always looking for new work. People to either help with the horses or to guard, against the bandits and such. Usually it's pretty safe work. It's pretty simple stuff. I mean, if you're up for it. I mean, he kind of looks over Arthurax and says, I mean, they're always looking for strong guys like him to do some heavy lifting, and kind of looks at you and, I'm sure that they could find some help in the kitchens, maybe. I don't know what you do. You don't seem that strong, if I'm honest. No offense.
None taken. I'm more on.
Mind crushed.
Jessica is just so slightly holding her tongue, but she
He-
is politeful.
He pats her on the shoulder and goes,
No,
as
no.
as
She'll
Wanna keep talking?
she'll wave her hand. It's okay. It's okay. I'm actually more on the bodyguard side of things myself, and she kind of gives her staff a little twirl. I have my own ways. She just gives us a pleasant smile.
trust me, you don't want to deal with her.
Right. Okay. Well, yeah, I'm sure I could introduce you to a few people. I mean, I'm happy to vouch for you. If Anthar thinks you're good people, then I'm happy to put in a good word for you.
Fantastic, thank you. We actually do have 3 more in our party, and actually we could use your help with something.
Yeah?
My colleagues and I didn't realize that the seaport for Baldur's Gate was in the inner city, and we brought our horses along with us.
Oh, yeah, that's a problem.
Yeah, we were wondering if there was any way you could help us out with that.
I mean, I could probably arrange to have them, moved out of the city. Were you looking to keep them? I mean, if you're going to be with the caravans, you'll be traveling with them, so you won't really need your own horses, I suppose. But I mean, I'm sure we could arrange that.
Right. I don't think we need to take the horses with us. So if you have any need of them, or if you happen to know anyone who could use some strong horses, we'd be happy to negotiate with you to see if you'd want to take them. My brain just turned off there at the end of that sentence.
Tell you, you got them in the inner city right now, you said?
Yeah, right at the seaport. We just came in off of one of the ships.
Tell you what, I don't have anything going on. I can have one of my employees just watch the shop, and I can come with you. I can look them over, get an idea
That'd be perfect.
Yeah.
Sure thing.
Let me go and get one of my guys here. I'll be back in just a sec.
No worries.
Oh, this is working out nicely.
Mm-hmm.
And as he runs into the back, and a young half elf comes running forward and fills in the spot for him. He said, "All right, yeah, just take me to where your horses are. I guess we'll get a good assessment of them."
Excellent. All right, let's go.
And the rest of you, as you are waiting for Jessica and Arthurax, give me perception checks.
I'd like to say Eldrath. He wouldn't do the mask of many faces yet, but he will have like a hood up and making sure his robes are adequately covering his lower portions.
His features.
Actually, would it be an advantage if I had hearing?
There you go. Shit. I forgot I had advantage on it. Okay.
Not advantage this time, yeah.
I know. Sorry. Okay. Yeah. I was just wondering if it was a hearing based.
No, not hearing based, sadly.
Oh.
So, Olia and Eldrath, you're both kind of taking in the new sights. This is a really big city, much bigger than Burdusk and Scornabel and El Terrell. This is a thriving metropolis. Zir, as you are observing through the crowd, you think you spot a rat folk missing half an ear.
Oh.
Here we'll look towards Owen and Eldrath just say, "Excuse me one moment. I have to play cat and mouse," and he will walk towards here.
All right.
But like stealthily, not trying to. He's looking to get behind him and like grab him from behind. Just be like, "Hey."
All right. Well, roll stealth.
All right.
Ooh.
Ooh, good.
Nice.
Good.
You're able to move through the crowd fairly easily. Half ear seems to be not noticing anything. He's kind of looking around for other things. You note. You watch as his hand moves closer to some people's purses, and just a quick, swift slice of his claws as the purses open up and gold falls into his hand, and he shoves it into his own purse as he keeps moving on.
As he's doing that, I'm gonna come up behind him very slowly. And when he goes to reach out for another one, I'm going to use my right hand to grab him by the shoulder, and then my left hand to grab him by the wrist, and then just lean in and just say, "You gonna share?"
I don't know what you think is... and he looks back behind. He's like, "Oh, shit."
Well. It's Arthrax's friend, Half Ear, wasn't it?
Hey, Artie doesn't need to know that I'm here, mate. He don't need to know. He don't need to know anything. You know. Hey, look here. And he just reaches into his purse and pulls out 50 gold. I forgot. I got 50 gold today. You can have it all if you just let me, you know, meander about my ways.
Why are you so afraid of Arthrax?
Look, I'm not saying that I'm scared of Ulthrax. I'm just saying that Artie and I don't really see eye to eye very much.
Eyes to eye. Yeah. You know, he was very, very focused on trying to find you after you weaseled your way out of the last prison you were in. In fact, he was actually partially blamed for it.
Look,
If I remember correctly.
if he wants the lockpicks back, I'll give them back to him. It's all right. I just needed them. Look, this is just the way it's supposed to be. We's rogues. We go out. You understand? You're a sneaky type, right? Sometimes you get a chance to get out of there, and you gotta take it. I mean nothing by it. Look, come on, just take the gold. You don't have to say anything to Artie.
You know where the sword is?
Dagger.
Or dagger?
Dagger, thank you.
I told you, it's in the hands of that black lady, the black scaled lady. She's very. She took it, and they gave it to her, and mate, I don't know where she is. All right?
I don't know where she is.
I don't know where she is.
I'm gonna roll insight on that.
Sure, go ahead.
Would you say that that Zier's about 120 feet within?
No, probably farther.
I would say definitely further away. Yeah.
Dang.
You get the feeling that he may not know exactly where they are, but he might have an inkling.
You're just gonna lean in a little bit further. Kind of similar to what Hawk did. Actually. You're like, you know...
Mate, what's that smell? Is something come off of your clothes or something? I don't know.
It's the smell of bullshit.
I know, it really doesn't smell like bullshit. It smells like weeds or something.
Listen. I know where you have an idea of where she is, and it'd be very helpful to me to know where maybe she is. I'll give you a deal. I'll give you one just for yourself. We'll do it rogue to rogue, if you will. You give me the 50 gold and the lockpicks back, and give me the location of, or the idea of where this black-scaled lady is, and I'll let you go and not tell Arthi. How's that sound?
Are you lying?
I'm not.
Roll persuasion.
I have negative charisma. Let's go! Yeet!
Oh!
Saw that coming.
Out of character? Really?
Mate, listen. You don't stay alive by saying all the things you know, right? You get me?
You don't stay alive keeping information from someone who has their hand on their wrist and your shoulder.
Oh,
friend.
right, okay, all right. You know, she may be on her way here.
Oh, so she's... Oh, okay. That's all I needed to know, you'll say with a quick little smile. Now, the lockpicks and the coin, please.
Oh, mate, come on. All right. He hands over the thieves' tools and the 50 gold to you.
He will release his, he will release the grip on his wrist and just go, see, that wasn't so bad. Listen, if I won't let Artie know that you're here. I will make sure that you can mingle about and get 50 more gold. Just next time, please don't meddle with the people that we aren't necessarily... Put it this way, don't mess with cultists. Really don't. Because if I see you messing with them again, or if I see you again in general with them, you'll be looking towards me, I say as I'm behind him, talking from, the back of his neck.
Right. Got it.
Perfect. And he will gently tap him on the back to give him a little shove. Say, off you go now. Pleasure
And
doing business.
As soon as you let him go, he runs.
As he should.
What's your passive perception?
15.
Okay. How much gold did you have on you?
Oh, you son of a whore. I had 239.
Go ahead and mark off 100 gold.
Nice.
Karma.
Well, 100 and then add the 50, so he only
Yeah.
took 50, or okay.
Oh,
So
he
you
got
got
a net gain
net
of
loss
50.
of 50 gold.
Yeah, he got a
Okay.
net gain of 50.
All right, that's fine.
I rolled sleight of hand for him, and
Of course.
rolled a natural 18.
All right.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
No
so-
problem.
On
He
top
will-
of him being a thiefy bitch.
He will put the gold back in his pocket and see, or feel that it's much lighter than it was before. Huh. Well, good thing I don't care much for money. I'm still gonna break his wrist next time. He's just gonna walk off and then come back to Eldrath and Olia.
Oh, how did it go?
Oof.
Well, just saw an old friend traveling through and wanted to speak with them, I guess, suppose. Quick little chat. Hey, I learned, and he's going to lean in towards Eldrath a little bit closer, that the lady that I didn't get to see, but you guys fought, the one with the papers, she's on her way here with the caravan, I think.
No, I wasn't out of character. They were talking about the black scaled lady.
Yeah. That's
No,
not... Well, I mean,
yeah.
like, the caravan coming here, or is it leaving from here?
No, it's coming here.
She's probably with them, possibly, I would assume.
Right, but you mentioned the human defector.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, no,
Ye-
I mentioned the black
There's-
scaled lady, and she's
No,
coming.
you said the lady with the papers, and that's
Roll 'em.
Frolum. That's
That's
the
the
human.
human that wrote that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Happier was talking
Yeah.
about the
We don't-
black scale.
I don't think we have the name of the black scaled lady.
We
You
don't.
do
We,
not.
we don't?
I
Yeah.
thought we did.
I wrote something down.
Probably black scaled lady.
Um,
The name may have been mentioned, but it has not been explicitly stated that the black scaled woman's.
So those are the humans' papers. Oh, okay. Yeah.
I-
So the one that ran away from you is coming here as well. If we want to meet her again.
I can't remember where I got that from, but I got Resmir.
Sounds about right.
It might have
You-
been when we were in the caves.
Resmir
Like-
has been mentioned,
Yeah.
so you can make that assumption if you'd like, but you do not have definitive proof that that is their name.
Right.
Also, and those were thieves' tools that Half-Ear gave me, right?
Yes.
I will add that to my own collection.
So Arthur X and Jessica and Akin all make it back to the boat as he starts looking over the horses as he approaches. Oh, these are fine horses. Wow, where did you get these?
They were gifted to us, actually.
Gifted, you say? Well, somebody really likes you. Horses like this usually go for about 60 gold, 70 gold.
I don't even need to roll insight. Like, but again, as Jessica with her back knowledge of, the trading stuff, the experience she did have going with her father on his trade routes, like, she's aware that they're probably worth a lot more than that. But at this point, it's not like they have enough room to argue because it's either accept or leave the horses there, and that's just its own mess. So she will knowingly turn to the rest of the group and be like, what do you guys think? Enough? 70 each?
Eldrath kind of disappears slightly into the crowd, but Jessica will hear in her mind, if we are selling the horses, make sure we get a good price.
Arthrax just turns to the others, not surprised anymore that Eldrath is gone, and just looks over to Zir.
Well, other than, well, Eldrath is now gone. Any trouble while we were away?
No trouble at all.
Well, that's good.
Since
I'm gonna
everyone's-
force a deception roll on that.
I mean, technically there was no trouble, which is why I
It's
said
still a
that.
half lie. It is a half truth. That is still counts.
Okay, fair.
Also, it is about that time, by
Oh,
the way.
Wow.
It is, yeah.
Now your negative charisma doesn't matter.
So you can roll insight if you'd like, Arthrax, to see through that lie.
I am gonna attempt. Damn it.
Yeah. Looks like it's pretty boring in Baldur's Gate.
Alright. That's good at least.
Since no one seems to be responding, I turn back to Akin and say, "Yeah, I think that'll work. They need to go somewhere. I don't think it's any point in."
Well,
You know.
I said they're worth about 60 to 70. That's not what I'm buying them for. I could do about 30 gold apiece.
What the?
That's when Arthrax steps up and goes, 30.
Oh no. The haggler.
Yes.
You see how well these horses are. You just said they are good enough for about 60 to 70 gold each, and you want to give us 30.
Well, I gotta make some money off of it. You understand? I'm a businessman.
You're also being very disrespectful on these horses for even thinking of such a low price.
But-
Let's do more 50.
Out of character, but I
what
was expecting him to
persuasion?
go like 80 or like
Hazel?
no 100.
Mhm.
My poor Sally's worth so much more than half the price Flip's hair.
He kind of looks over the horses. He lifts up their lips to look at their teeth and checks their legs and their hooves and. All right, I'll give it to you. I'll give you that they are better than most horses that make it up this way. They look like they've had a pretty easy life, so I'll come up a little bit. How about 40 gold apiece?
Looks over to Jessica.
Well,
Jessica just kind of raises her hands. All right, 40.
All right,
well,
well,
he does.
40 it is. All right. Well, how about you all come back to my shop, and I'll have some of the deckhands put these onto a barge so they can move out of the city. Just give me a moment. As he walks over to a group of people and starts chatting with them.
Arthrax just sighs.
Some people just don't know good horses these days.
Eldrath will appear behind the man.
Who?
The man,
Akin?
I forgot his name already.
Akin?
Oh, Akin?
Akin, yeah.
Oh dear.
Oh boy. Also, it is about time.
Hacking and slashing.
There better not be any Akin slashing.
Taps him on his shoulder.
As he turns around and looks at you. Oh, hi. Are you?
Hi.
Oh, you're with the others.
Yes.
Can
My-
I help you?
Friends, they changed their mind. These horses are worth more.
I mean, a deal's a deal's a deal, my friend.
There is no written form. Word of mouth can be so fickle, yes.
I'll have you know that a verbal contract is binding in Baldur's Gate.
Well, where's the proof in that? You can tell
Oh
us
my God.
whatever you want. We know your game here. Now, you'll give 100 for each.
Oh.
I was just joking. Out
You
of
better
character.
pull out another one of them nat 20s for this.
Can I like?
If you think this is gonna, God.
He kind of smirks a little bit and leans into you a little bit and whispers, "You might want to watch who you try to strong arm, dragon."
Ooh.
Oh, there it is.
And you might want to watch who you're talking to.
Oh, my
Oh,
God.
I'm talking
Is he
to
human?
people who are needing me to help them get work. So 40 is the number, and that's what's going to be paid.
Do any of us even take notice that Eldrath is even near him?
You can roll perception if you like.
I'm gonna fuck
See if you can
I'm
spot
gonna hit
him.
him over the back of
No! Fuck.
Oh! Wait. Ah,
Wait for it.
that
Oh,
was disappointing.
Arthur X, you spot him as you look back over to Akin to see what's taking so long.
God damn it. And he starts heading over there, grabbing Eldrath on the shoulder. Eldrath, what are you doing?
Hmm? Oh, Athrax. Good.
Your friend and I were just having a conversation, but I don't think it's going anywhere, wouldn't you say?
Of course.
Just a reminder. Gotta be careful in this city, alright? Not everybody is understanding as me. So watch yourself.
Absolutely. Eldrath will hold out his hand to shake.
As he reaches out and shakes your hand.
Eldrath is gonna pull him close so he can whisper into the ear of the guy.
my God.
Ah,
Can we stop with the intimidation tactics,
Hold on.
please?
And he'll just whisper in his ear. You have very beautiful eyes. I hope you know that. And as he's saying that, I'd like him to try to cut his purse from him.
oh, God!
What are you fucking doing?
Your people are horrible!
Why?
Sleight of hand.
Can I do another
Oh, I
perception
can't
check?
watch.
Can I? Please, I just.
Oh.
He literally met a god. And he went. You know what? I'm gonna fight today.
Can I use perception to see this?
Would you be actively watching
Yes.
Eldrath?
I
Then
feel
yes.
like
With it being Eldrath, yes.
You
I
need
feel like
to.
everyone's actively watching this. Please, serious. Seriously.
Then yes.
Normal.
Yes.
Oh my. Oh, is this
Here,
everybody?
thank you. I mean, are you watching?
I
Oh.
am. I'm fucking like I'm watching like a hawk right now. I mean, now that you've walked over, I'm sure.
As you reach your hand back, Akin grabs your wrist.
I saw that coming.
Oh, God damn it.
Listen. Your friends
are welcome at my shop. You better find somebody else to help you. As he pulls your hand back with a jerk and starts heading back towards the outer city. And that's where we're going to call it for the evening.
Next episode title: Zir breaks Eldrath's wrist.
I will say this. I am watching Duff's stream and I agree with Tazel's comment. We need a new magic item, the Eldrath leash.
Yes.
Yeah.
Funny enough, I was actually just gonna say we need to put a fucking leash on you.
You're one to talk. Just
Right?
Yeah, no, you're one.
Here
you
I
guys
am
are
trying to
both-
help everyone.
You guys are
Y'all
okay.
getting
Listen, there's a difference between helping and going, "Hey, do you want to get arrested if I fix this stack?"
Hey, do you want to put our entire operation at risk? This will be fun.
He's supposed to be our friend, and you're just like, "I'm gonna steal his money." I'm like, God.
I'm gonna fucking intimidate this guy. I'm gonna cut his coin like.
I just joined a secret underground spy negotiation, like center of information. And the first fucking thing I do when I get my fucking police badge is I watch my comrades steal from
Someone that is supposed to be helping us.
Mhm.
I swear to God.
Y'all
I'm gonna
put too much
The one thing I was
trust
worried about
into
was that-
strangers.
One thing I was worried about was that yesterday, Dana and I were talking about some information involving Arthrox, and I'm like, is this what's going to be coming up in the next episode? And I'm like, where is this going? Where is this going? When is it going to happen? Thankfully, nothing happened yet.
I do have to say I liked that I encountered half ear. That was a fun conversation.
Oh, I was bouncing my knee. I was holding back, shouting, out of character, break his freaking legs.
Honestly, out of character for me, I would have just taken the Warhammer and actually smashed him with it. I'm like, whack-a-mole, baby.
Yeah.
Like, if only it wasn't so kind,
You don't
he would...
just okay. Here's the thing. You need the people around you need context. If you just indiscriminately smash the skull in of some random rat folk, suddenly you're murderer number one.
I should have sleight of hand broke his wrist.
Shut up.
Just walked by and just. But no, I like that. I like that.
You should have also told Arthrox. He would have understand.
Oh,
Maybe-
so good.
Well, here's the
Maybe?
thing. Zir keeps promises. He was not lying, because honestly, he pitied him, and he was like, I have this guy literally by the wrist. Stealing money from me is like the least, or stealing money from Zir is like the least that he could have done, because Zir does not give a shit about money. He's a foreigner. Like, he doesn't see money as anything useful, really.
Dana.
Yeah.
What you should have done, you shouldn't have said gold. You should have said he stole the catnip.
Oh, okay. No. If he stole the catnip, I would have beat him to death.
Exactly.
I would have immediately, like, he starts running, I'm like, I frost breath.
I rolled perception for Acre, and it was natural 17, and I was just like, oh shit.
They met.
No, because he does have base level stats, so he does have a little bit of a bonus.
Yeah,
So yeah, that was a very poor choice.
it was close.
One of my friends messaged me.
It was unnecessary.
Was it? How
No.
can we be
Yes.
sure? How can we be sure?
Yes,
Well-
it was unnecessary.
What was unnecessary was watching your stream, Duff, and you pull out the whole "Can we not haggle for 5 minutes?" meme. It's like, really?
Yeah.
We had to.
Yeah.
We had to.
No,
Those
no,
horses were
No, you
worth
didn't have
it.
to.
Okay, listen.
They're nice horses, but they're...
I will admit that they were good to haggle. I think
They're
that
more than 30.
Well, I was fine. I was fine this time with it, but 100?
like-
I was joking!
That's like handing someone something that's worth like $100 and go, oh yeah, this is worth $100. By the way, it's for 40. You'd be like, whoa, hold on. Even I would have tried to haggle if I was like the haggler of the group, but
Yeah.
I mean, I
We
would have said
have-
50,
we
but I figured
have-
that'd be a little bit too much.
we have more pressing matters than the value we get out of these horses. Like their function was served. I would have been happy to donate them to a farm that could use them.
Don't you dare say as if they're only used for tools. Sally is a brilliant stallion, is my friend, you fuck.
I will leave you and Sally to explain to the guards why you're why you are riding her around in the inner city of Baldur's Gate.
I mean, I was okay with selling her. I just wanted more out of the money.
I will.
Because she is something to be sold. So it's.
I will say when you just said we have more pressing matters, one of my comments was about to say giving you a headache.
Fuck off, Windows Defender.
I'm getting seasick.
Honestly,
Yeah, the headache I'm
I
developing.
feel like Eldrath's actions here were justified, and we'll
No.
stick by that.
No, they.
Not
I mean,
really.
well,
No.
I mean, when a god tells you you get yourself in matters that you don't understand nor should go into, and then proceed to do that exact thing.
I feel like next episode we need to
is-
find a shop and go, yeah, do you have magical handcuffs, a leash, a straight jacket so we can put it on this freaking
Maybe a
I
muzzle?
blood here?
mean, if I was like a character that was more chaotic good, or like what is Eldrath's alignment actually?
Does he
Chaotic
have
neutral.
one?
That would be telling.
Oh,
Shit.
okay. Well, without telling, basically, I can assume that Eldrath, like, if I was playing a character similar to Eldrath, I would have done the same thing. Because as soon as you realize and see, like, how scummy the place is with, like, merchants overpricing and, like, underbaying and, like, manipulating everything, yeah, I'd be the same way. I'd be like, I'm just going to be just as cutthroat as them.
This guy, first and foremost, is just a contact. He's not part of the clan, as far as I know, right?
I know.
Uh-oh.
I mean, he is offered to vouch for you because of your connection with Ontharr Froom.
Yeah, but now Eldrath fucked up.
He isn't part of the Order of the Gauntlet, is what I'm trying to...
You don't know?
Oh my god.
I just.
Well, that was an eventful ending there. Wow, that was
Yeah.
not where I thought that was going. If I'm honest.
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah.
think anyone was expecting it to go that way.
No,
I
definitely.
did not I did not expect to encounter half ear here. I did not expect him to move so quickly, but makes sense.
If I could bounce y'all, I would.
Part of me was starting to wonder if I didn't walk to go find Enrax and I joined to find half here. Yeah. First thing that was gonna happen was pretty much slam his face into the floor.
Which would have caused a huge fucking scene.
Mm-hmm.
And here's another thing. It's kind of a controversial thing, I guess, or I don't know what you want to call it. And this is nothing against you, Dana, obviously.
Yeah.
You are telling the story as you have written it. But if we're just gonna mosey on through without taking, risks or challenges every now and then it's kind of like, okay. Like if we're doing a one shot, honestly, yeah, I'll be like, okay, we've got our path, we got it, we got to go through it.
Sure. No,
I am trying to play a character.
You're
and
fine.
this character is complex.
Oh yeah, no.
And
Oh, we're not
I don't
hating the
care.
creator, we're hating the character.
Yeah.
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 I don't even hate Eldrath. I
Like-
like Eldrath. I'm just finding it funny because it's just like, I mean, I enjoy Eldrath's character. Trust me, I don't hate
Yeah.
him in any
Oh,
regard. I'm
always
just
too
kinda
late
like,
to
I
notice,
just
but
find it funny. I'm always just like, oh my god, like the problem child, if you will.
yeah.
Yeah, we don't hate him at all. We're just laughing and just going, "Oh God, how do we counter this? Because no
Like-
matter what we do, he's gonna get us in trouble." Ah!
God.
Here's the funny thing. When you said problem child, y'all don't know how old Eldrath really is.
Oh, I know. I just say problem child.
Oh, at this point, it doesn't matter how old he is. He is being the problem child.
yeah.
He's just not allowing people who have a quote-unquote higher status be able to just do as they will.
Laughs in omniscience.
Oh
Yeah.
no.
I mean, it's a fair thing. It's just it's fair to be like, yeah,
Pick
the
your
Scorpion's
battles, man.
authority.
I did.
He did. He hasn't done anything like that until now. Like he hasn't done anything like that level. He's fucked with Zir, yeah, but like he hasn't like been like, yo, I'm just gonna fucking steal this guy's money.
I'm gonna jeopardize the entire operation.
I will say this though. One good thing came out of this entire episode. Well, one that branches out into a few parts. Oli and
You got
Jessica. Oli and Jessica got some sleep. You know, well, in Oli's case, a drunk party before sleep.
Lot of sleep.
Zir, woo, got laid.
We don't know what happened. I don't.
We faded to
I
black.
got too high to bother.
And yeah, Arthrox got laid. Yay.
Yay for you.
Yeah. Good for you.
Yay
that
for the
note-
spider.
I was trying very hard to be clean-minded when you were going, oh, he needs your help with a squeaky door. It's like,
Squeaky bedroom door. Okay.
That's what you call subtle.
yeah,
Yeah,
air quotes, subtle.
I was playing along from what Hawk was.
Anyway, thank you everybody for tuning in to this very eventful session. I'm gonna find somebody to raid. Does anybody have any ideas?
Down here, I may just disperse. I haven't really
I may
decided
head
yet.
off too.
Well, I saw that Caswolter is playing Prince of Persia, the original.
Oh, that's right.
Oh.
He did that for a community challenge. To see if you'd play it or not.
I do like that game. That is a good game. I think that's a good one to end it on. We'll go ahead and send it over to Caswolter.
Sure, why not?
As for me, I'm going to go ahead and just turn off and head off. I hope you all have a wonderful night. Please show your support to our lovely, lovely Dungeon Master, Dana. He deserves all the support.
Yep.
As well as show support to all the other players, because they are wonderful, they are great, they are awesome, especially Eldrath.
The best.
Support me
Everyone.
on Twitter.
Everyone have a good night, and see you all next week.
Good night.
Bye.
Bye.
Boy. And
All right, so I'm gonna log off the Twitch stream and probably just maybe hang out with the guys a little bit more after this. But that's all I got for tonight. It's getting kind of late here, later for them because they're on like Eastern time. I think they're all later times than me, but yeah, I should probably check in on my VN also. Ocean Avenue just got its 3.0 update for patrons released yesterday. So this coming Saturday, public release is coming out. Looking forward to that. So I actually do have time to thank my patrons. We are not just right back. Alright, so patrons, y'all help me with my stuff and help me, afford all the nice pretty bells and whatnot for my VN, for my channel and whatnot, just to afford things. I think I got the headphones because of the hits, and not sure what else it was that I got with it too, but yeah, I was like, I got these earbuds for me, and yeah, it helps me just, do what I can, so anyway, I want to start out with my fellow dorks. My $3 and above tier: North Grizz, Andrew Corona, Norbert Dudzik, Taipei Roth, Mogram Wolfram, Nui Nguyen, Ryan Atkins, Ryan Carlos, Andrew Buenaventura, and Crunchy Balls. And I want to give a very, very, very special thanks to my exclusive dorks, my $10 and above tier, Fire Knight 2008. So, some of the perks that come with being a patron are either getting early releases on my VN, exclusive NSFW readings, exclusive to patrons. For the exclusive dorks, you get a special reading you can do a special reading that you can commission me for once a month. And on top of that, yeah, being able to participate in polls for certain things or videos that I might do for patrons only. So yeah, that's all I got. And that goes back on. Here we go. So that is all I have for tonight. Thank you all so much for watching. And until next time, take care, guys.